Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Hope everyone is blessed and well. Having a good week. Obviously, Wednesday and that couple. I think there's a Prem game tonight. Crystal Palace, Man United at 8. So yeah, man, people, let's all have a good evening. But Jalil and Rasha aren't able to make today. Obviously, this was kind of a last minute show that we just decided to do. But Jeff will be on in a sec. In fact, I think he's just joined now. What are you telling me, Jeff?
Yo, bro. How you, man?
I'm all good, my bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, all good, man. All good.
Calm, calm. I was just setting the scene, obviously, with a bit of a last minute show, but we thought with like the Mudryk thing that recently happened, this is probably a good time to like kind of have a look at where players their value in it, their transfer values and that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got quite a lot of players to get through actually. I've kind of left I'll just say it now, I've left out defenders and keepers. I've kind
Okay.
of just mainly on young players. I've put in a few of the OGs in there, but it's mainly midfielders and forwards, isn't it?
Okay. All right, cool.
So let me just share my screen. Obviously, people smash the like. This should be actually very interesting.
It's gonna be funny, I can tell.
Yeah, no. It actually is. It actually is going to be funny. I can't even lie.
I'm laughing already, and now that I know he's not defenders, I can take my shot at Harry Maguire nice and early. 85 million pounds.
Hey, the thing is, I think it's safe to say that if we'd done it now, we definitely, if we'd added Maguire, we definitely would not have put him in the.
Oh, I think you're glitching, John. Oh,
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
oh yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I should be back in it.
Yeah. You're
Cool,
jumping for a little minute.
cool. Calm. It's because I was trying to share my screen and it just.
Yeah.
So it's a bit in and out at the moment.
Nah, that's cool. But yeah, we're taking my normal shot at Harry Maguire. What a normal defender. Like 85 million pound is insane. Like that's probably one of the reasons
Bro,
the market is just the way it is.
100%. No, fully though.
'Cause that's
100%, bro.
mm,
Fully, bro.
'cause that's
But let me
that's
see. Let me know
insanity.
when you can see the screen. Got that, yeah?
Yep, I can now. Yeah.
All right, so people, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these players where we think they're worth. Because obviously, if we try to do it about what the market dictates their value, then, bro, everyone's just gonna start from 100 million plus. The way it's looking right now, everyone's gonna start from 100 mil up. So
That's a fact.
I think the best way to do it, Jeff, is if me and you agree where what we would pay for them.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That
Yeah.
way, I think it's yeah. So let me just in fact, let me just sorry, I need to send something quick. But yeah, people feel free to put in the comment section where you would put them. Obviously, I've just clocked who's first up. I haven't this actually came random in random order, so my bad, innit? But in fact, is it even fair to start with him? I actually might put him at a little bit later, man, because like
Yeah. Because I feel like his will be influenced by others.
yeah. So
Like
let me
he
just
shouldn't
whack
start.
him down here somewhere. In fact, even he's too early.
Yeah.
Shit, he's too early. Shit, who do we want to start with? Who do we want to start? I'll let you have a quick look. There's hella names here. Hella names.
Bloody hell. It's Diaz, Casemiro. We can start with De Bruyne. Let's start with that.
Ooh, okay, that's a nice place to start. Let me move around the players. Let me move Vinny up here. Let me leave a couple juicy ones for the end. Who's a juicy one? To be fair, we got a few in here.
And all right, are we including like age? So their current age, based on their current age, what we would pay for them?
I think it has to be a little bit of a mix of everything.
Okay. I like
So
that.
I think, yeah, I think naturally, because we're gonna think about this sensibly. Naturally, if we're gonna try and I don't know, someone who's gonna come up later like Pogba, we're gonna think he's 30, hella injuries and inconsistent. We're gonna take all of that into account.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay. Okay.
saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up, Kevin De Bruyne. Right, Jeff, what are you telling me?
Well, yeah,
Where would you put him?
one of the best attacking mids in the world, without a doubt. Pretty much consistent. Is slightly injury prone, or has been in the past 2-3
Mhm.
years.
That's fine.
It's been a bit better over the past year.
Mm-hmm.
So that would probably affect the price a bit, and the
Yeah.
fact that he's 31. So what I would say, like ability wise, if he was 26, he goes. I'm gonna say he'll probably go in the orange bracket or in the yellow bracket, but towards the 150 mark.
Okay. Yeah.
But based on age and just injuries, it only makes sense if he was really in the yellow bracket because he's 31. I think he's 32 this year. I might be mistaken.
Yeah.
And then he's if you go by the past 2-3 years, he is injury prone, even though he is one of the best around. So I would say yellow, 50 to 100 million.
Yeah. You know what? I just clocked. It would have been good, but I think you're not allowed on this. I actually, you know what? It would have been nice to have one more, have like one more roll, because then we could have had like 50 to 80 mil, then 80 to 100 M's, and then 100 M's to like 150. Because I think I'm with you. I would put De Bruyne in that
So
50
tears
to
and
100
tears.
M. I would put De Bruyne in that 50 to 100 M's, but he'd be high up.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a chair, because we're basically we're Todd Bowley today. So if I'm Todd Bowley, then I'm probably spending 80 M's on De Bruyne. So that's the high, like something like what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I'd probably say about that. I'm trying to think. Probably be 80, 85. I'd pay it and be happy because you still get 2-3 years out of him, and
Top quality.
he's gonna transform your team. I'd probably even
Yes.
go as far as saying 90 to 95. I'd pay because that's how good he is.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's worth noting, people, because of the restrictions with this. We're kind of limited to be to like you know what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do is when we put the people on the roll, the people at the top of the row will be the highest ones valued. So if there's someone else who's in this 50 to 100 M's, the Bruyne we've said is around 80 to 90 M's. If there's someone who's like 55, they'll be the last one on that row.
Let's do that because
That way it kind of makes sense.
don't
All
kill
right.
us. That's the caveat we're explaining now.
Yeah. So don't kill us, because I know some people will see this and be like, "Rod, the Bruyne 50 M's." No, that's the tears, isn't it? That's the tears still.
Yeah, man.
All right. Or actually, what we could do now is we could fix this now and have a below 50 M's, 50 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 150, and 150 plus.
I like that.
Yeah.
Probably more accurate, just in terms
More
of how
accurate,
we.
yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
To 80 M's. To 80 M's. So 100.
Works.
Yeah, that works. And then
Yeah, I like that.
So now the brain goes here.
Yeah.
There we go. Already now it looks like it makes more sense.
Yeah. See that? Yeah, that looks a lot better because now
Yeah.
people will probably understand what we're saying a bit more.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Right, we got Bruno next. So let me do Bruno. I would probably put Bruno in the 50 to 80 marker.
Oh, okay.
Um, I don't think he hits the ATM mark. I think that's a lot. If I had to put my chairman hat on or owner hat on, I'll probably pay like 65, 70 M's for Bruno. How old is 27, right? So he's the age is banging.
Yeah.
The age is banging.
Oof. I don't know, because I'm thinking that even Bruno, even being purchased, where did he come from again? What team was it?
Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting, yeah, it was Sporting.
Mhm.
I'm thinking he got bought for around 50 something.
Yes, about 50 M's.
So you'd say that with the work he's done at Manchester United as a chairman, you think it only really adds on 20, 25 mil?
Potentially, yeah. But that's a good. You know what? That's you phrased it good. There, that's actually true. If we actually go by what the market now dictates, I think yeah, he's above 80 M's. But I think if because we're doing this ourselves, what we would pay,
Yeah.
I'd probably say 70 M's. Maybe I could put like a 70 M's plus 5 million in add-ons type of bid. I just don't know if he quite hits the 80 M bracket if he's on that De Bruyne tier, if you see what I mean.
I get it. I hear you.
So yeah,
See,
I'll probably say yes. 50 to 80 M's, so about 70 M's I'll pay for Bruno.
okay. Bruno, it's a weird one. Like, I'd probably pay 80 million for Bruno or 85.
You could go to 85. Okay.
Yeah, like I think he's a really, really good player. Don't get me wrong, there's a few deficiencies he has, but it looks like he's coming out of his own way now. Like,
He's improved.
yeah, like we always knew it'd kind of have to happen. Like the way he played was great. Don't get me wrong, like that second striker kind of role, but it was a very selfish way of playing. But he got a lot of results from it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so
Exactly.
you can't knock him for the results. Like I always thought top player. But yeah, now it looks like he's slowly becoming a more rounded player. He's much more unselfish. I think he could go somewhere and really add value. So I think like I'd probably say 80 mil. I could go and pay 80 mil and not feel a way about it.
Okay, so let's put him at the higher end of 50 to 80 for now.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
We will see what players that are coming, like where they are in terms of how they fit in with Bruno. Right. Camavinga.
Man. All right, so Camavinga's cold. Let's just start there. Like he's cold. How much would I pay for Camavinga as a kid? He'd probably go in the De Bruyne bracket because you got years to go with him. Like he's what, 20?
20, yeah, 20.
Yeah, you got potentially. Well, Mudryk is 37 and still going strong. You potentially got nearly 2 decades of football with this guy.
Yeah, it's facts.
And in his current form, he's good. He's cold. So I think he warrants that 80 to 100 for sure. I don't know. The orange, I feel like it's a little bit too much. I think that's too much.
You don't make the orange. Yeah, you don't make the orange.
Yeah. 80 to 100 comfortably, because even if, say you spend 100, you spend the max of the bracket and you sign him to like a 5-year deal. Like he's so young that you probably re-sign if he's fit, and you'll get your money's worth.
Facts. No, I agree. Like his resale value potential is high as well. Like so, yeah. But I'm happy with having him there. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Casemiro, Lamps' best friend.
He cornered him.
He cornered him still. Casemiro. How old is he? 30, isn't it?
30 or 31. Let me check. I think he's still 30.
Okay. See, I don't want this to look like a United agenda, but because it's not for sure. But I can't pay more than 80 M's for Casemiro, man. I struggle to pay more than 80 M's for any holder midfielder in general. I think the price United got him for 60, 65. That's what I'd pay. I think that's a good price for Casemiro, 30 years old. We've seen what he can do, but
Yeah.
I can't put him in that 80 to 100 M's bracket with like De Bruyne and Camavinga. Like,
Nah, I can't either. Like
I can't do it.
on ability, don't get me wrong, Casemiro is confirmed world class, one of the best in that role.
100%.
But yeah, he's 30. You don't know how long he's potentially got left. Like, and yeah, I think that's about right. The Bruno one, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still a little undecided on where I'd place.
He could move. He could move.
Yeah. Casemiro, I'm sure he's between 50 and 80.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Who we got next? We got Frankie de Jong. He screams 50 to 80. What were you thinking?
Man, I'll be honest about Frankie de Jong. I'm not the biggest fan.
Okay.
Like, as a footballer, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's what you would call he's like a footballer's footballer. Like, you appreciate him, and he doesn't even start where the team where he appreciates the most.
Nah.
Like, and obviously there might be other reasons at play, like they owe him money and stuff.
Yeah, the deferred money and that.
But yeah, you know what? Like, if it is the 50 to 80, it's definitely towards 50.
Yeah. I was thinking like 55, bro.
Yeah. I'd say that. Like, and even I'll say that for now. I'll say that.
Yeah. Don't worry, there's still a hell of a man to come.
Yeah,
still a hell of a man to come. But yeah, that's why I'm putting him at the back for now, innit? Like, I do like Frankie de Jong, but I can't just put you in like 80 to 100 M's, man. Like,
nah, there's no way. There's
no way I can justify it. Big up Jalil in the building. Hope you're good. Saying, these United fans are going to be on your ass. Listen.
Hey, so be it, bro.
So be it, man. We're just we're here to be honest and give our opinions. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be Arsenal players that when they come up, some people may want them, think their value is worth it. But hey, today, like I said, if you got the Abramovich role, if you don't like Abramovich, then obviously, we're the Qataris and Saudi Arabians at Newcastle. That's what we're doing today. That we're the transfer owners. So Declan Rice for me below 50 million.
Confirmed, no doubt about it. I'd pay if the market, if not this English, no English tax, none of that. I'm paying
no English tax. This is our market, bro. This is our market.
Yeah. It's 45. How much would you pay? 45. I think Rice is a good player. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a very good. Actually, when I say very good, I say he's a good player. Like, he's tall, he's strong, good in the tackle, understands his role, leader, but very, very overrated at the same time. Like, in terms of like the way the media cover it, you think he has Xavi passing with Gerrard mentality, Mudryk outside of the football, like, pass traits, Messi dribbling. It's like, bro, come on. Like, he's good. Very, very good player. But
good player,
no,
man.
Like, I'll put it this way. Arsenal are linked with him, and I've seen two different reports. I've seen 80 million. I've seen 100 to 120. I'd be angry if we paid for Declan Rice.
100%. I'd be fuming.
Don't do all this good work and then buy Declan Rice.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
That's
big up Ola in the building. Hope you're good, my guys. In Vinny Bennett being 150 mil plus, bro. I can't lie. I don't know about that, Chief.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know about that, Chief. I can't lie still.
He's grown on me, though. I'll say that. Like, I was 18 months ago, you asked me about Vinicius Jr.
He might be below 50 million.
Yeah, I wasn't buying any of the hype people were selling.
None of the stock.
I wasn't buying it.
Stock price has gone up still.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got Usman Dembele.
I'd say with him, he's a very, very strange player. On ability, like, purely ability, if
purely,
this
yeah.
was judged purely ability, he'd probably be close to that 150 mark because he's one of the best young players around. I don't even know if he's still classed as young, but
I was gonna say he might be 24. You know,
yeah, he might have even that his. I think he is 24. I think
hey,
you're right.
25. Hey,
25. Okay,
Jesus,
he's been injured
26 in
a
3
lot.
months. Wow.
Like,
Hey,
he's
that
been
changes a
injured.
lot, you know. Hey, that changes a lot. Still, I thought he was like 23. Hey,
Bro,
25,
you've only
26.
he's only been fit like 9
Two
months.
in the
Like,
last 5 years, like 9 months.
yeah, because this is his second contract at Barca. He was injured his
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
first
Second
contract.
contract, yeah.
Like, oh my god. You know what?
That's brought his value down still. He might be on like 60 M's for me still.
Yeah, because think 135 is what Barca paid. If we just take it outside of our judgment as that we're basically chairmans right now. But if we take it outside and bring it to the real world, he was bought for 135 million. And he hasn't justified his price at all based on injuries. So only because of injuries, he would be in that 60 million pound mark.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Big up Olo saying Usman below 50 M's.
Ooh.
Hey, nah, none of that. That's too much. That's too low, bro. I can't lie.
Does he have a point? Nah, it's a bit low, isn't it?
It's a bit low. It's a bit low. Like, let's face it, if Arsenal signed Usman tomorrow for 40 M's, we're kind of gassed. We're kind of like, yeah, that's decent. Still,
Yeah.
we've done all right there.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say this with Usman. He would be close. He'd be between 50 and 55. That's what I'll pay for him.
Yeah, I would have said 60, but I'm not mad with 55 because I hear it. Bad injury record. Sometimes
Really
it can
bad.
be inconsistent as well.
Yeah.
That's so it. Yeah, and 25 years old, almost 26.
Yeah.
Don't make me think about it too much. I might.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh man. Yeah. The more I think about it,
that World Cup final, Dembele is below 5 million. Yeah, if we just go by that World Cup final, then
oh
yeah.
my god, 40 minutes on the pitch.
Damn, mad. But yeah, people smash them. All right, we'll keep Dembele there for now, but we'll revisit. Yeah. All right, Mr. João Felix.
Yeah, you got the pleasure of this one.
This is a hard one, I can't lie. Because again, I checked him before the show. He's 23, he ain't 21 anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so you see how age creeps up very quickly. Very quickly. So I'm thinking João Felix, I like him as a player a lot. But I cannot justify 80 million to 100 million. I can't do it.
I don't think I can either. And I'm a big fan of João Felix. Even when we did our young players before,
I think
he was like 4 or 5. Like, he wasn't low at all.
He wasn't low at all.
Yeah.
I'd probably pay like 70 million. So just maybe around the same or a little bit below maybe Bruno. Whilst I do think Felix is a better player than Bruno, but I need to see him play somewhere consistently, and at least Bruno's done that.
Yeah, like Bruno, minus last year, Bruno's record at United was impeccable.
Yeah, in terms of the stats he was getting, you couldn't argue with it. So, yeah, I love Felix, bro. Maybe next year when we do this, you'll have come up again. But for now, yeah, man, agree. You gotta be there, man. You gotta be there. Now, this is going to be one of the hard ones, Mr. Karim. I said I have to put a few of the OGs in here. Obviously, Benzema is what, 35?
Yeah, about that.
He is 35. So I put him in here. If you're an owner of a club, you got Benzi. What are you paying for him, man? What are you paying for him? Are you going over 50 M's for a guy at 35 years old?
Personally, I don't think I can. Like Benzema in modern football, yeah, he's legendary status. Like confirmed.
Yeah, no, he's legendary.
Yeah, serial Champions League winner, not just participating. Like he was really involved, and even like his last one, like he was to do with a lot of that. Like
he was everything, yeah.
At that age, but 35 is it's very different to like a Ronaldo or a Messi. Like if you'd still pay. Hey, I'm saying if Ronaldo and Messi were 35, like Messi is, but I'm saying if
This
like
year.
yeah, they both were on this list, I'll probably still paying 80 to
Yeah,
100.
Messi's on this list.
Okay, so yeah, I probably let the cat out of the bag. I'll still probably pay 80 to 100 for Messi. Still,
You know what? Ola's got a point. Ola said makes him look bad being next to Declan Rice. You're right. Something about that doesn't look right.
Mm.
So in that case, then what do we do?
Oh man, but I
We
can't
get?
pay more than 50 for Benzema though.
I can't. I just think like to be honest with you, I know it looks bad being the next to Declan Rice, but I think if you watch the show, you understand why he's there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, he's old, but we just saw Barca by Lewandowski, who's how old is Lewan?
Lewandowski's about the same age, I think.
At the same age, right? Maybe one
Yeah,
year younger, maybe.
maybe. Let
Yeah,
me
he's
double check.
34.
Okay,
So they
yeah.
bought him for a 34 years old for about 50 million or something, or more than that. So it just shows that these players can still go for high value even at that age. Do you know what I mean? So obviously Benzema and Declan Rice, it is laughable to have them on the same row, but in this context, they actually are.
Yeah. Oh
I
man,
agree with you, Jeff. You can't. I love Benzi, but
it's just
35 years
impossible.
old, you
Yeah.
just can't. You just can't. If you're a sensible owner, you can't do it. If you're Todd Bowley, he might pay 70 M's, but
You pay 70 mil for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, no, Todd Bowley, man. Tap.
Oh man.
Alright. Okay, now it's gonna start. All right, it starts picking up now. It starts picking up.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Phil Foden. Mr.
Mm.
Phil Foden.
Oh man. This is on you, right?
This is on me, and I can't lie. You're probably going to disagree with this. Foden, I used to be a big Foden fan. Obviously, not as big as Jalil. Jalil once said he's got Messi level talent, or
Did you really say that?
something along them lines. Along them lines. I don't want to misquote Jalil because that'll be unfair. But
Jalil, come in the comments and did you really say that? I want
it was
to know.
something to do with Messi that Jalil linked into. Jalil, you're gonna have to clarify your statement. But I can't, the way I'm seeing him play now, I don't know. I don't know if I'd pay more than 80 M's for Foden. You know.
Man.
I can't lie, man. I don't know if I can put him above my boy Felix, you know. I mean, I might. Maybe I'll pay 75 M's, but yeah, man. What I'm seeing from Foden now is worrying. I don't know if it's the City system that I do think Pep is killing him, playing him on that left. It's not his best side. Like he's done it
Man.
before, but it's not doesn't bring out his best attributes. So that might
Yeah.
be playing a part, but can I honestly say I pay 80 M's for Foden?
Me, I still would.
You still would, yeah?
Yeah, I'll still pay it. I think, yeah, I don't think that because if we go by numbers, he hasn't had a bad season. Yeah,
No,
like
no, no,
we
not by
don't
no.
go by numbers. Like
Yeah.
numbers, all right.
Part of the story. Numbers tell part of the story.
Yeah, it's not all of the story. So a lot of the season, when he's played on that left, he probably hasn't made the best decisions from there. He shoots a lot of the time when he should pass. That kind of he's played, but then I can't judge it because he's played 3 positions in one game this season.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying.
you're getting used like Milner. Like you got all this ability and you're being left mid, center mid, and right or left wing, right wing, center mid. It's too much. I know he's a gifted player, but nah, I can't place the blame on him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Jalil said, I said Pep saw something in him like he saw a Messi, reason why he didn't send him on loan. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's just, yeah, seeing Foden and Messi in the same sentence is still a bit, but still. But no, thanks for clearing that up, bro. So how much would you pay for him then?
Probably pay 85, 80. Just over 80, I'll probably pay.
Where would you put him? Head or behind Camo?
Probably behind Camavinga. I think Camavinga is, he's more to the mid top end, and between 90 and more.
Yeah. Okay, so Foden, I can. If as an owner, if you told me I have to pay 80 M for Foden, I'll firm it. Given I was thinking 70, 75, would I firm 80? I'll firm 80. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I get
I'm
it.
not happy with him being in that tier. I'm not with him being in that tier. Mr. Jude Bellingham.
This one's on you, right?
Mr. Jude.
Wait, is this on you or is this on me?
This might be on you, because I just did Foden.
Oh yeah, okay. So, all right, you might disagree with this because I think you have things you don't
he's
like.
not he's higher than 50 to 80. Just before, I just said
yeah, 100%.
Me,
I'm paying between 100 and 150.
You've gone for the what's it? 8 figures. Is that 8 figures? Yeah,
that's even 9. I think 9 figures.
You got 9 figures. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that for Bennett because I think like he's like a throwback midfielder. Like he's got almost everything you need to be a star. Like he's a really, really, really good. I think he's cold, like one of the coldest young guys around. Like definitely top 5. Like I know we'll probably have that conversation one day about who the top 5 youngsters are. He's 100% in mine, like 100% guaranteed. And like his position, he's what 19, 20. I believe. If he's still 19, that's crazy. And just too accomplished. Yeah, he's too accomplished for a 19-year-old, man. Like you're buying him again, similar to the Camavinga point. Like when you're buying these young centre mids, like a lot of the game now, or it always has been, it's all centre mid. It's still centre mid base. I know fullbacks are still heavy, but centre mids, you still need great centre mids to be a great team. Yeah, that's the key area. So someone like him, if I'm a chairman, I'm 100% spending between 100 and 150 on Bellingham.
See, I was thinking 90. Could I be swayed to spend 100 million on Bellingham? 19 years old, great physical attributes, box-to-box midfielder. I do like box-to-box, traditional box-to-box midfielders.
Yeah.
The position that I slept on. Looks like he can finish, to be honest. From everything we've seen at Dortmund and even a little bit for England, looks like he can finish. Good temperament. Not very injury prone right now, so far at least. Could I be swayed to pay 100 M's for Bellingham? Resale values there. Yeah, I could pay 100 M's for Bellingham. 6 figures, 9 figures is serious. Could I pay it though? Yeah, I could pay 100 M's for Bellingham.
Oh, he's arrived
in the building.
Yes, people. What's going on?
What are you saying, Rash? What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
Guy.
Good, alhamdulillah. Everything's good, man. I knew the subject, and I was just like, I've got to get in on this.
No, 100%. We were just about to put Jude Bellingham, and we were going to put him in the 100 M to 150 M range. What are you saying about that?
Sounds about right to me.
Calm. Let me whack him there. And just a reminder, we're doing this based off what we would do, Rash. Forget the nonsense in the transfer market right now. We're the owners today. We've got control of the funds. This is what we would pay.
Okay. Yep, I hear the standard.
Okay, cool. So who's next up? So who's the first one Rash has got? That looks like Gavi still.
Looks like Gavi.
Okay. Not like Gavi. What are you saying? You won't get any? You know what? Because you've jumped in now. Is there anyone in particular that you want? And then we'll do the rest of the order. We can let
Okay.
you pick the man.
Let me. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could just bring up the selection and I
Yeah.
could have a quick look. All right. So yeah, Anthony.
Oh man. Seeks out the United player fast.
He just stood out to me. He just looked like one that I'll be easily to say. I think it's because we know he's the cost that he did cost, and we all probably think he's not worth that amount. So we probably got an average amount of where he does kind of sit. I'm not going to be as disrespectful as some people say. I say, look, he's not worth more than 35 mil. All right, so I really do think he's a good player, and at his previous club, I even rated him. I'm not gonna lie, I rated him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that. Oh, you're United, so I'm gonna just dish you. But I do think he is no more than 55 million.
Okay, so he'd be in the 50 to 80 bracket.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I'm not putting him there.
No.
Nah, bro.
Oh, you got him below.
I'll pay like 40 mil for him, maybe 45, man.
Ooh, all right, so let's put it in context. So you think Anthony is worth half of what the market is saying he is in real life?
Yep.
That is interesting.
Man.
Yep.
It's especially the fact that Shakhtar actually led their thing based on his evaluation.
Exactly, but that messed up the market, bro.
It
You know
did
what I'm
mess
saying?
up the market, and as much as people think, okay, I don't think he's to this value. Oh, 40 mil. That means Man United got super bumped.
Yeah, they did.
40.
Yeah, they did. That's what I was saying. They got bumped, bro. I can't even lie. Like, no offense to Ad. That's why I started laughing when you picked out his name. I was like, yeah, I was getting ready to cook him. Wait, Jeff, where you putting him? Because obviously, if I'm outnumbered, then it's calm, isn't it?
I'm saying 50 to 80. I'll probably say probably around what Rash said. I'll probably say 60. I'll pay for him. I do think he's a good player. I do think he is good. I think maybe slightly overhyped. He does things that, all right, I'll say this. He has a few traits that Pepe had. I'll say this, like one of those where you got all the tricks in the world, like how you're gifted dribbler, but you only want to run past someone when you got a gun to your head. Like when he's got a gun to his head, the tricks come out and he'll tear you up. But if it's just one-on-one and you have to figure out a trick to get past a defender, then he's safe and he goes inside. Like I'll just use Saka as an example. Like Saka doesn't need a trick to get past you. He's running at you and he'll find a way to get around you. Even like a Salah, like he'll find a way to get around you. Like Anthony, for how technically gifted he is, like it's just I don't know what it is about him. He's scared to run at someone.
Either that or he's out of weaponry.
Yeah.
Meaning he's only got a couple tricks.
3. Oh yeah, actually John said it before. I think he's a very good standstill trick guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's not even a diss. That's just, you know how when Saka receives the ball, his first touch is almost already on the run.
Yeah, it's positive.
That's a low-key skill, like to be able to do that. Like, so yeah, man. But we'll put Anthony in the 50 to 80 M's. Big up Jalil saying, shit, Rash is here. He is on smoke. Look at his eyes. He came for blood. So like we got A in the building. Big up Ray. Hope you're good, my bro. Saying Dembele should be in the 80 to 100 million. I can't lie, bro. On talent, he definitely should be.
Talent, he's higher.
Yeah,
he's higher on talent, but we're looking at everything together, bro. He's 25, almost 26, injury prone. Well, at least he was until last year. Inconsistent performances. I think paying 65 to 70 million for him is probably, I think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to say 80 to 100 M's, fair. I hear it.
I was gonna say this: is there a way to just signal, like, put somewhere where what we're categorizing this on? Because I think people are getting it confused.
Share the videos and stuff. I can say like what we've done this based off.
Yeah, because to me was probably 3 main things. Yeah, so it's ability, it's age, and it's performance.
Exactly. Yeah, literally.
Those would
broken
be the
down,
three things. It's
broken
so
down.
if you're just joining us now and you think someone's higher, the reason it's weighted. So you could think KDB is how is KDB in the same bracket as a Camavinga? Because
Yes.
KDB is 31 and he's injury prone. That's
Exactly. And Camavinga, great upside, that type of thing, 20 years old. So you have to bear all those things. Like we said, we're owners, so you got to do the best decision. So yeah, I got Katie in the building. Hope you're blessed, bro. Saying Chelsea fell for the trap hard. I pray to the heavens Mudryk can replicate his UCL performances on a regular basis for us. Bro, we're gonna have to wait and see, man. We're gonna have to wait and see, KD, bro. But hope you're good, my guy, man. Good to see you in there. Right. I'm next. I've got Gavi. Gavi, really good talent. I've said before, I think he's overrated compared to like the Pedris and etc. So oh man, what do I pay for Gavi, man? Shit. Maybe 75 ATMs
for
Gavi.
For Gavi.
Because I don't personally think he's a better prospect than Camavinga from what I've seen of him.
No, I don't either. Like, I think where there's English tax, there's also Barcelona tax.
La Masia tax.
Yeah, like he is cold. Don't get me wrong. Like technically,
Player, man.
very, very neat player. Very, very neat. Like we saw what he could do. Like we played against Real Madrid, and he was he was tearing them to shreds. Like they couldn't do anything with him. But I would agree. Like Camavinga is one of those talents who I think he can kind of do everything. Like I don't think Gavi is like a Xavi or Iniesta where they like supersede all styles of football. Like Xavi and Iniesta, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. Playing against Yaya Toure, you can play against a Casemiro. They're gonna pop you to death. There's nothing you can do about it. The only way you stop them is if they have a bad day.
Yeah,
I don't think Gavi is like that. I'd probably pay 75, 70 million for him too.
Rash, what are you saying?
I like Gavi. Technically, I think he's brilliant. I think he's got a very high ceiling. But at the same time, I don't think he is to the level that everyone is saying he is just yet. If they're looking at him and saying, I think this guy can be amazing, then I agree with you. I'm with you there. But if you think that this guy is already a match winner, can drag a team to victory and stuff like that and be the one person to rely on in a team, I think you're bonkers. I don't think he's there yet. Mind you, I know we're not going by today's current market, but let's just put the variables in place. If you're looking at his age, you're looking at his talent, his longevity, how much left you got on his career. If I was to sign him today, if he was to a long-term contract, would I get a return of investment? I believe I would, because of the length of time that you would have, and he's still developing. So as much as I'd want to pay below 50 for someone his age, he's not. You can't, not with him. He's a good talent, he's a good prospect, and he's got a lot about him. So I would have to still put him in the same bracket as De Jong, Anthony, and Dembele, and them lot, because I mean, probably not even near the high end of that. I'd say probably about a 60, 65 to what I would say maximum, and I'm talking about would be at the top of what I would spend. And this is Rashid as a manager. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If I had principles that I do now, and if I was going to buy a team, and this is what I would evaluate him, and I would not go no higher than that if I was trying to buy him.
Yeah, I'm not mad with that. I agree with you. I think Gavi's a good player, but I think, like Jeff said, there's definitely some La Masia tax there. So I think 52 AEMs in that range. I think that's for an 18-year-old. That's certainly not a diss, regardless of what people might think. But it's definitely not a diss. So yeah, all I'm saying, Camavinga is better than Bellingham. Bellingham is not 100 to 150 M's.
Oh, you know what? I can't agree with that. I like Camavinga, but I think Bellingham is a step up, slight step up, but I think he is. Like, I think Bellingham has all box-to-box attributes. Like Bellingham could probably get you 10 to 12 goals in the season.
Yeah, Bellingham's a better scorer.
Yeah, like and
Better
I
goal
don't
threat.
get and don't get me wrong. Defensively, they saw in the World Cup, there's some things he needs to work on. Like whilst he's got all the physical attributes, sometimes understanding is just a little bit. He's a little bit rash in his decision making. But I think all in all, he's a better player than Camavinga.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah. No, I think it's close. Like you said, I think it's close. I think that could be a real good play. Actually.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very close, actually.
Yeah.
Close. Very close to the point where I think they're not too different from each other. Probably one's got better goal scoring ability and more game control than the other. And but the ability to win the ball and do the transition into attack, I think the other one is better. So I understand what the comments are saying. I probably would have put them on the same level, me.
Okay.
But I understand.
You'd have paid more than 100 M. Come on.
Do you know what it is? It's the completeness in Bellingham's play and the ability for us to see it. And Camavinga's at a big squad. Yeah, he's at Madrid. He doesn't stand out there. Yeah, and in the French squad, he's surrounded by a superstar, so he doesn't stand out. Yet we still can see how much of a talent he is amongst them for such a young age. So it's easier to see Bellingham's ability when he playing for England amongst those guys.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? But throw him in the French squad amongst another people who are technically better and probably got a bit more to their game, he might look very similar to Camavinga. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
true.
That's the only thing. That's my analysis of it.
No, that's a very, very fair point. It's a very, very fair point. I can't lie. Let me get some of the comments because big up Ted ID in the building. Hope you're good, my bro. Saying I heard Pepe slander, so I had to hop in and defend my boy. Pepe is miles better than Anthony and does beat his man.
Yeah, with a double barrel shotgun, he does.
I'll be right again, like I was with Odegaard and Vinny. Okay. Jalil said, I agree with Ted at D. And Ted at D said, how the hell is Dembele in the same category as Anthony? Unbelievable, Jeff. Yeah, listen. I wanted Jeffrey as well. Below 50 million. I'll just say that now. I wanted him below 50 M's. I can't lie, man. But yeah, he's there now. We put him there now. We put him at the end, didn't it? Maybe we need to swap Dembele round, put him maybe towards the higher end of the 50 to 80 million or something.
But
I'll probably pay more. I'll pay more for Dembele than I would for Casemiro because of the age and.
Yeah, I guess.
Listen, if Dembele was fit, he's one of the best in the world.
No,
yeah,
fact.
But
If he's on
and
form,
the fact that he has stayed fit, I reckon for what about
a year,
about a year, isn't it? He's been all right.
Yeah, about a year still.
So look, you never know. He might be over it. he might be. Let's see.
Man.
If it was a year later, we could judge it more clearly. But so tell that D, this is what we're judging it off. It's age, ability, and performance. There's other factors, but those are the three main ones. So the reason Dembele is there is ability. He'd probably be where Bellingham is, maybe higher. I don't know. He's that good.
That good.
You've been injured for 4 years. Like, whilst you're the right age, he's 25. His performances when he plays, for the most part, are good. Like towards the end of last season, he was really good for Barca. But your ability, your injuries have almost handicapped everything else. It's been 4 or 5 years where we haven't really seen consistent performances from you where you're injured. So that's why he's in the same thing as Anthony. Whilst you probably think Anthony is probably a 30 mil player because you said Pepe is miles better.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Jeff?
I do think there's a potential for Pepe to actually be better than Anthony. I think Anthony is so overrated, man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But look, Jeff, I hear exactly what you're saying. And actually, do you know what? Tell that you and Jalil, you got to look at from this. If you was actually a manager and you was looking to buy these players, you got to think about the risk as well. and the potential losses because of injury and so forth like that. So I need you to we need you guys to understand that as well from that element. Hence the reason why Dembele is where he is, because if you were thinking I'm putting money out of my own pocket into this guy, what is the possible
what consequences? Like, what could
the consequences? Like what are the side effects? For a better phrase.
That's a nice way to say it, because put it this way, everyone in the comments or everyone watching, there's 8 of us, and everyone smash the likes if you haven't already. Put it this way, you're walking in with a blank checkbook. You have a great knowledge of football. Yeah, you got the best manager in the business, let's just say. You're walking in, let's just say any club you're choosing, and you have let's just say it's football manager, basically. You're walking in, who are you willing to spend obscene amounts of money? Who's actually worth it? Like, we're trying to remove the inflated market and just use your own football knowledge to figure out who you would like.
Facts, exactly that. And Ted is saying, I actually appreciate that. Surely Casemiro has the job done. How old's the geezer? Casemiro's 30. We've put him in there because, like, he's still top quality and he could give us maybe 2-3 very, very, very good years. And that's
probably. I ask you then, how did Benzema end up down there?
He's 35, bro.
Yeah, it's 5 years difference. Like, it's not a Ronaldo thing for me. Like, if it's Ronaldo or Messi, I said if they're 35, I probably still would pay between 50 and 80. Maybe more so Messi than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Benzema, as legendary as he is, a great player. Even at 35, he's still great. But it would be nuts if you walk into a team and spend, say, 65 million on Benzema. Like, the club.
And again, but this is where I hear where Rash is coming from. This is where I hear where Rash is coming from. If we are all owners today, would you rather, Jeff, pay 60 million on Anthony for 5-year contract or 50 million on Benzema 2-year contract? I might take that risk and pay 50 on Benzema, you know?
I don't know, man, because
look, Anthony has really ruined his reputation with me. He's got a lot to fix.
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I'm Anthony and Benzema around, you know. Anthony around.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. It's like we've had a fallout.
That's mad. It's all in 5 months.
Rash, you with me? Swap Anthony and Benzema. You with me?
Yeah. If I'm, man, I'm outvoted. I can't even do nothing. But
yeah. That swap is good for me. I'd even leave Benzema down there, because you made a good point about his age and how much you can get from him. And let's just say it was in a competitive league like the Premier League.
That's true.
I wouldn't mind spending a 35 with Benzema, but I'll probably spend a 30 on Anthony.
Oh my god! So let me understand. So you
let's just go for it. 15 milli for Anthony, man. 15 with add-ons.
He's Dwight McNeil.
15 with 25 million with add-ons. 25 million's worth of add-ons. 15 mil up front. Good deal.
I don't agree with this at all, but there's nothing I can do. There's actually nothing I can do. This is mad.
He's
a good player.
I'm playing. I'm just trying to get the United comments up in here. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
They're coming too. Don't worry.
But I do believe, that is his level. I think he's below 50 million. You're right. He is.
God damn.
But
okay.
You know what?
Cleared.
Yeah. He could be 49 million.
He could be. But
I'll
not quite 50.
Man,
I'll pay 10 up front.
49. Anthony,
10 up front, and if he gets Ballon d'Or, they get the rest.
This is wild, man.
It is. I'm playing, but yeah.
Who's got the next goal? Because I just realized we got Haaland next. Who's got Haaland? Who's next?
Jeff, take that, man.
Yeah, okay, so it's me.
Yes, Jeff, yeah. Erling Haaland.
Be honest.
It's between one or two. It's between the top two. I don't know. I'm just trying to think where.
Don't do this, Jeff. Use your money wise, my guy.
Oh man, nah, I don't think I could put him in the 150 plus. I don't think so. Actually, all right. Let me just consider everything.
Nah, you ain't getting no help.
Nah, so he's 20, 21, or 22.
He might be 22, I think.
22-year-old striker.
22, yeah.
World at his feet. Even though you can say he's affected City's play, he still scored 21 goals in like 18 games, which is, and this is meant to be the best league in the world. He's disrespecting this league the same way he's disrespecting Bundesliga.
Yep.
In goals wise, he's violating this league.
Didn't he get a hat trick 2 weeks in a row?
He did. Yeah.
That's stupid.
I don't think I've. I think I've seen that from Henri once. I might be wrong, but even that, you're in great company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in great company. Yeah.
I'd say this. Whilst he's amazing goal scorer, I think that 150 plus place is only reserved for one man.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So I'd spend close to 150 on Haaland. Don't get me wrong. Like City, we know they got a steal at like 62 million because of that release clause. If you're selling them on now, you're selling him for double that plus some, because he's worth about 140, 145 to me. That high end of that 150.
That's the high end.
Yeah, because he brings what he brings goal scoring wise, and he's gonna get better feet wise. Like his feet aren't great. Don't get me wrong. His build up play, like approach play, is not great. He's a mercenary, but it'll get better at City. So, yeah, 100 to 150. I
agree, but I wouldn't do. I would probably have been more around 105, 110.
Gee, so all right, so we're about 35, 40 million apart.
But we're in the same bracket.
Yeah, we're in the same bracket. But
we're in the same bracket.
There's a big difference in the same bracket.
There's a big difference in the same bracket. That's true. But yeah, 110, 115. Wait, Rash, what would you do?
Man, you ain't lying, John. I'm talking about 112 milli.
Okay. Yeah. So you're around the same as me. Okay.
112 to 115. And that's just because I believe he's got a lot to work on in his all-round game. What a striker. I would pay 115 million for just a goal scorer. I would do that because he's amazing at it. But he has to be more to be getting some of the numbers that another fella's going to get on this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And he can be handled. Before, what we knew from Haaland is that he couldn't be handled. Couldn't handle this guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But he can. And you can actually play the game where you close him out of the game. We've seen it, and we've seen it against lesser clubs now. Obviously, he's still finding his feet at City. They're still finding their style of play with him. I'm sure once they get it on Smack, there is no stopping Haaland at all. But right now, to me, we're seeing his raw ability right now and what he can just do. And judging that, what I know you can do is score goals galore. I'd pay that much for someone who can score those goals. But there isn't much more to your game as well. You're powerful, you're strong, you're accurate, you're clinical. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're strong. You make good runs, because he does. His runs are actually sick. His runs are sick. His movement is actually brilliant. Yeah. It's too bad the man ain't seeing him yet. But obviously, we're watching through camera. We can see everything. So I give them that. But yeah, I don't believe it's more than that. There was a big hype around him, but coming to the Prem, it shows your ability. It does show his ability. He's a great player. He's a great striker. But fortunately, I don't think he's nothing more than that. But he can be.
Yeah, and again, that's no slight on him. 22 years old, so
not at all.
Not at all. Okay. You know what? Let me look at some of these names, and let's look at some of the names. I know United start in 25 minutes. Let's look at some names we can clear out quick, so we can leave the. All right, let's leave some of the fun ones for the end. I say Vinny's one of the fun ones.
Yeah, he's
Actually,
fun.
Odegaard, one of the fun ones.
Mhm.
Yeah. What Chelsea player is that?
That's Kante. We could probably do him quick.
Well, I
Give him
can't
his
see the
age.
difference still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that don't look like Kante.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
trust.
Look like some next shoot. Yeah.
Should we do Diaz? Obviously Mbappe. Messi, Musiala.
Throw Saka up there as well because that one's going to be
Yeah,
good.
Saka,
Yeah, and I think Trent is going to be the toughest one to do personally.
Trent. Yes, that's going to be hard. In that case, might as well put Reece James. They're kind of tied together. Maybe Rashford. He could be interesting.
Yeah, you'll divide
Um,
opinion.
Okay, so let's start knocking off some of these names at the end. All right, Verratti, where would you put him? Let's just do a very quick.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
popped up like Candyman, didn't he? Hey,
Jesus.
Slide up in like that. What's wrong with you, bro? You criminal.
Yeah.
Hey, we're about to swap through some of these, so I'll let you, Verratti, just put him in one of them, and then we'll agree, disagree, and we'll move on quick.
Yeah, I know you guys are trying to bang this out quicker than lead the excited ones to end. For Ratty, give me his age.
about 30.
30?
30.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do you know the cat? You've probably been watching, but we're
No, I've
trying
been
to do.
watching.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I've been watching. You know me. I've been watching. I can't not watch the guys when I'm not on this show. Come on, man. Verratti, 30. I'm gonna bang him in below 50, man. I'm gonna say he's about 50 on the dot, maybe 45, maybe even lower. I'll be honest.
Jesus. I'd have put him 50 to 80, maybe like 60, given his age. If it's prime variety, obviously 80 to 100, but
Are we ignoring the climate as well? We're just going by what we would spend as managers.
what you would spend. It's what you would spend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
probably pay 60.
I'll pay nothing above 50 from right now. If you got to think about this, right? If he comes into a team, let's say for example he goes to City, do you think City going to pay more than 50? If he goes to, if you're stupid enough, like United, you probably will pay 100 for him. But
No, bro, it's not. It's based off what you would do.
yeah, I won't pay more than 50. That's what
Okay,
I'm trying to say.
yeah.
I'm quite in a similar boat to how the big teams work. Not like United who fucking changed the fucking transfer market for everybody and fucked us all over. Do you know what I mean? Big up Anthony in the building. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to sound tight. I would spend 46 million on Verratti.
Oof, money's tight.
Yeah, but he's good.
He's top quality, yeah.
He's
of course.
brilliant, but I just think I'm only gonna get a season and a half from him.
That's the thing, yeah. Okay.
Age.
I mean,
Age, yeah. Jeff?
He ain't that bad at age, but at the same time, I just think, yeah.
Oh man. All right. On ability, Verratti again, he is amazing.
Mhm.
But spends more time on the treatment table for PSG than he does on the pitch. And he joined. And he joined when? 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Just give me 1 second. I need to check how many games he's played for PSG.
Yeah.
That's
true. I did forget he's injury prone, you know. He is injury prone, man.
Now, his injuries, he's ridiculous with the injuries.
Yes,
it says he's played 263 league games. I mean, that's quite a bit, but in 10 years, what does that work out to? About 25 games a year?
Yeah. So you miss a third of the season on a flat average every season. That's a lot of games. And that's not including Champions League games. Because if you're missing 13 league games and you're PSG, you probably play 60 games a year. So you're probably paying half of them. Oh, man.
Yeah, his injury record is bad still.
You know what? This is not on ability. I'm just going to preface that now. I'll probably spend below 50. Because
I think if you pay 45, 50, yeah. His injury record does bring him down. I can't lie. He's not like a Casemiro who's at least always fit.
Mm-hmm.
If he was always fit, then he would probably be around the same price as Casemiro, but he's not. So you can't
Yeah.
overpay for someone who's injury prone. Let me whack variety in here.
Can I just ask you guys a question? I see we've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the bowl of rice there for below 50 million. What you man saying? 26?
Nah.
We said about 35.
Okay.
I
that
think
for?
I even said more than that. I think I'll do.
Who's that for?
Declan
Rice.
Rice.
Declan Rice.
Man, you man are being disrespectful to my guy. Man, like white rice, bro. You better chill the fuck out. I tell you that for free.
Oh, shit. No.
Guidance, everybody, for everyone who had
I played. No, but because I wasn't on the show before, I was just leaving it to you guys. But I'm thinking Rice should be a bit higher, in my opinion. I understand.
Say your opinion, bro.
How much?
I'll say this.
How much?
I have to be honest, and I think the fact that his English might put him down to a lot of people. I had this conversation. I wasn't watching this alone, so it's a good thing. But as soon as someone said it, it's because he's English, I was thinking, man, give him some credit. If he was fucking Spanish, you might give him a bit more. I don't know, but in my opinion, boys, if I'm being totally honest with you, he'd be about 65, age and that. 65, he could do the work. He'd got longevity and that. Fuck the resale and that. Fuck the resale, because let's be honest, most of these guys ain't getting resold for that much. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if we're being real, I don't know if it's recency bias, but he ain't been the guy. But if you watched him last season in Europa, man was killing it. I know they didn't do well until the end. They got to the end and that, or as far as they could possibly go. But Rice was active. He was the main guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's solid this season, if I'm honest.
He's
Like,
been
he hasn't
solid,
been.
yeah, he's a player.
West Ham are just terrible. Like, so
He's a solid player.
that's why it's not standing out, because West Ham last year were top 4 or 5 for a lot of the season. This year they are bottom 2.
Yeah, this 100 million stamp that he's got on him is ridiculous. He's 40 million, probably between 40 and 60.
Let's put it this way: if
For me,
Grealish was on this list, Grealish was paid. It was 100 mil, and at the time I said it was justified just because of how the market is. If you're telling me how much would I pay for Grealish, it'd be like 50 million.
Yeah, I agree.
50, 55, yeah.
But my thing with Rice, like, I think, do you know what it is? I think time will tell where his market is. I mean, if he was to stay at West Ham, they get a new manager, things change, better players around him. But if he was to come to Arsenal next season and the way he'll fit into the system, I don't see him as a starter this far, because I think when Tielemans comes in, Xhaka might be benched, and I think he'll be a backup to Partey 100%. But when he plays in his cup games into the system, I think he'll fit in really well, and then we'll give him the credit then. I understand in terms of his market value now, but obviously I'm trying to think in hindsight here, and hypothetically, I think he is worth between 50 to 80, boys. I'll be honest with you. But if I'm outnumbered, nothing I can say. I'm just trying to plead my case. Everyone else for me. Oh, there's one more. We'll speak about him after, but there's one more. But yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to bring up the second person that I didn't agree with?
Go on, bring him up.
Yeah, might as well get out of the way, bro.
Yeah, let me just get out of the way quickly. Drew Bellingham.
Oh, bro, I thought you said Jude Bellingham, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, what would you put down?
Boys, come on, man. We've got to be real here. He's got to go up.
Saying 150. You're not saying more than 150, are you?
Listen, I know I look like I'm sweating. I had to run back from the gym and have a shower. Yeah, so that's what I'm sweating right now. But I was sweating when I was in the gym watching you guys put Drew there, and the fact that he was being spoken about under 100 mil. Come on, John. Come on, boys. Come on.
Wait. So
Hold on.
Yeah.
Remember, this is your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is your money.
And Rash, you know I've got a lot of it now.
Gucci this, Gucci that. We love Jalil's wardrobe.
Sorry. Go on. Sorry. Go on. What are you saying? What are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm just saying, look, remember, this is your P.
This is your piece.
And
I'll say this.
This is without the inflated market.
I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. Let's say hypothetically, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go into a dream earlier. Whatever, yeah. Check this out. He goes, this is hypothetical. Please, I don't want no one to shoot me. Oh, you think you're gonna get you? All these dickhead fans, fuck off, yeah. I was speaking to my three boys here.
No. Jesus.
I'm speaking to my three boys right here. I'm speaking to John, Jeff, and Rash. I'm just trying to get them into something right now. Yeah. If, yeah, Drew. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? All right, shit, it's a bit
We
messy.
need the camera on you.
Look, I gotta say it. I've got to say it. So I'm gonna say it. For example, if he somehow comes to fucking Arsenal, let's say for example Champions League, he gets in the Champions League. We're not gonna go far. Let's say we get into the, playing how we're playing, we upgrade the team and everything. We get into the last 16, for example, and Jude does well. He might go, "Oh, Arsenal not the team for me. Real Madrid's coming for me." You think they're not gonna splash that cash? United, you think United ain't gonna splash that cash? 150. They're gonna match it because is he even 21 yet, boys?
No, he's 19.
He was 19.
19.
Fucking hell.
This is your money. So how much would you spend on him?
About 150. 100. Yeah, hey guys, you alright? Fucking. Do you know what I mean? 100, 150, 160, mate. I think
Damn.
that's honest. I have to be honest because resale, brother. For his age, you think about one thing here. Some people we put up there in the hundreds and maybe even 80s. The resale might be half the price because of their age. They might not get there. Jude Bellingham's still got a good 15 years left in him. 10 years to his prime, realistically. Boys, come on, man. It could go. He could break him and Mbappe can break the fucking market. Even Haaland up there, but Haaland, I understand why you put him there. I agree with you with Haaland, 100%. Do you get what I'm saying? But Jude Bellingham, man, I'm telling you, bro, he's 19. I know he's not playing with the best teams at the moment. Dortmund.
Can I just ask you a question, Jay?
Yeah, go on, son.
Arsenal going for Jude Bellingham this summer. They're in negotiations. Dortmund said, "Look, we're not even talking to you unless we get 180." Are you saying, "Come on, boys"? Or are you saying
you're the chairman of Arsenal?
You're the chairman.
You're
Are you
just
saying, "Come on, lads,
basically our
put
chairman.
it up, 180"? Or are you like, "Nah, we gotta bring that down"?
Considering 180, all right. We can add this in now. If we're gonna apply it to Arsenal, there's FFP where Arsenal we don't spend 180 million on a player. That basically is the whole transfer budget on one guy.
Yep.
Either that or we got a new drug dealer owner that no one knows about.
Yeah,
Trust.
and he's like it's past keys. Like he's got 1,000 of those. Like,
Yeah, you lot took this hypothetical to the next level. But I'll tell you this, right? 180, I probably wouldn't, just because I'm not a betting man. I don't like to spend my money like that. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't ever risk that much. But 150, I'm willing to fucking do the business.
Flipping joker, you just said you'd spend your money like that because you balling.
No, I'm playing, but I'm poor, but I ain't got no assets, son.
nah, so
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
but 150.
unfortunately, bro, you've still been outnumbered. Still, I'm not moving.
Cool.
yeah,
I've got
cool,
to plead my case. I've got to plead my case. You know.
Yeah.
I hear you.
To be fair, that was good. That was a good attempt. To be fair, that was a strong case in court.
But I ain't got to jail. I'll tell you that for free. Shit.
Who else can we clear out?
Let's
Lewandowski we can clear out.
Let's start clearing out, man. All right, Kante. Is Kante below 50 M's given his injuries?
Yes, not on ability because he's a legend already in terms of DM, but he hasn't kicked a ball this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last year out for 3 months. Year before that, out bare months.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's too injury prone now, man. I think he's in the same tier as Brighty still.
Yeah, like great player, but yeah.
I've got one after Kante. I think we all agree with 50. I don't think anyone's going to argue that he can go there. But I've got. I don't want this to take too long, boys. Yeah, but I've got Kane at below 50 as well. I think the fact that
Harry Kane.
What? Man,
I'm going to have to say it, bro. I think the fact that he missed out on that 120 deal with City to see where City could potentially get, where they could potentially go with him. I don't think anybody's paying more than 50 for him anymore, bro. He ain't playing. Come on, man. And injury prone and that. Come on, man. Not that.
Imagine your stock being 120 million at the beginning of the season and being 45 halfway through. Is that what you're saying?
How many places that happened to? How many places that happened to though? When it's been that high and then it goes down.
That wasn't this year though. Think about it. Kane's on 15 goals in a Spurs team who we've been saying are the most boring team of all time.
Yeah, all time.
Kane is 30 or close to 30. He's either 29 or 30. He'll be 30 by the time the season ends, I believe. Yeah. So I can't agree with below 50 for Kane because that's
Jeff,
a proven
how old is Benzema?
35.
Benzema's better than him with 5 years on him. I'm saying that for free.
Benzema's better than Kane in 5 years.
No, right now.
Yeah, right now, if you say that, that's cool. Yeah,
that has no bearing on market value. There's, like we said, there's three different things. There's age, ability, and performance. Kane is in his prime. Don't get me wrong. His injuries would kind of it's not a standout like variable. It would still affect it. So if Kane wasn't injured, I'll probably have him in possibly the second bracket, maybe even the third. I don't know. Like he'd be high.
I'd pay right now. I'd pay 75 M's for Kane.
Jesus Christ.
No doubt about it.
I'd pay 72.
Okay.
So you feel more or less, yeah.
I don't know why I've got these specific numbers in my head, but what?
This guy's got down to the penny, bro.
Except Jalil, we're all roughly on the same, around 70 to 75 for Kane.
Bang him there then. Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. There's football on tonight.
That's low though, Jalil.
How much was you saying that he was really you'd pay for him though? What, like 40?
Sorry?
How much would you pay for Kane though? 40?
50 on the dot.
50 on the dot.
50 on the dot. I'll take Kane for 50 on the dot because I don't want to go into it too much, but like I don't know any other. I've never seen him play in any other system. He was never that guy until he got to Spurs.
You have seen him play in other systems.
What system? No, Spurs. No, I mean, I'll say any other team.
And then under Conte, and then under Mourinho.
He's played in
Mourinho. To be fair, in my opinion, he probably done the best under Mourinho. I think he broke stupid record numbers. I think that system, even though it was flawed for a lot of the players around him, he thrived in that system.
Under Mourinho, he almost broke Henry's assist record.
Yeah.
Yeah, under Mourinho, Kane was top class. To be fair, Kane's been top class under every manager.
Since Kane came in the Prem, he hasn't had a year off pretty much. Apart from when he scored like 9 or 10 in the pandemic year. And I can't even judge that properly because he was injured for 3-4 months of it when there was that gap.
That year, yeah.
And you have to also remember, Jeff, on top of that, we are expecting Kane to be absent for at least 2 months per season because of injury as well, and still finish top goal scorer.
Well, yeah.
That has a reputation.
How you injured so much, but you're always at the top of the charts. It's like whilst the injuries matter, like his contribution is still vast. Like it's not like a Dembele where you're injured and you're absent. Like, or Verratti, you're injured and now your team's getting dumped out because you're not around. Like Kane comes back and he's dragging his team through. Like I can't have him below 50.
And look, and as much as this conversation is slightly hurting me in my back, yeah. If you look at his ability compared to Haaland, it's not different, though.
No, he's better.
Let's say this: Kane's better than Haaland. Overall footballer, he's better.
His overall footballer, he's better than Haaland.
Right now, Kane is better than Haaland.
His goal scoring ability is almost identical. Yeah,
but he's way better than everything else.
This is what we got to think.
Yeah, Kane's better than Haaland.
The only thing that's holding him back from being one is a spud. Yeah, you've been in that shirt too long. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maris Piper.
If you lay down with dog, you don't just get fleas. You become a dog too.
Oh my God.
That's the end of that saying. No one told me nothing. And secondly, his injuries. That's the only thing. But other than that, how can you say he's very far from Haaland at all? Can't.
Yeah.
No, actually, I got because there's still some players here. I think we can just wrap up quick. Yeah, Lewandowski below 50.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm paying 22.
Right next to Benzema.
Yeah, like he's older. He's again proven quality, legend in modern game, but it'll be criminal to spend too much.
Listen, that World Cup showed the best of him, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, oh, damn.
That
was deep.
I think another one below 50. I think we can put Pogba below 50. Same tier as Kante.
You know what? I'd probably have. I'd probably have. I don't know what it is. Like he's injury prone, but I'd probably have because that injury thing has probably happened in the past year.
Last year, United he missed like 4 months. Year before that, he missed like 3. Year before that, he missed 4.
Sheesh.
A lot of injuries, bro. Okay, unless you want to put him like 55 million
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can have
in the
Pogba
bottom
below 50. I don't
Who?
think I can.
Who?
Pogba, Paul
Yeah,
Pogba.
he's probably
He's on the list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
there
he's
in the Juve shirt, second row, fifth guy.
this guy.
Bro.
Wait,
Oh.
Rash, what are you saying?
No, he's below 50. He's below 50, bro. Can't lie.
If
Okay.
he's fit, if Pogba's fit, I still rate him as one of the best in the world. So I don't care. Yeah, I'll pay straight 60 for Pogba. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
If
that's
he
fair.
was fit,
Mm,
I would.
That's fair, yeah.
mm,
That's fair. So we'll put Pogba there. Another one we can probably do quick. Rodri, I think he's probably in that same tier,
I'd say so.
50 to
Yeah.
80.
Yeah, that's guaranteed, and that's to the higher end to me.
Yeah, I'll probably put him maybe. What would I put him here? Where do you want him?
Probably,
Anywhere.
probably fourth or something for me. I think Rodri's a 75 million pound player.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, actually could be. How old is Rodri?
About 27, 28.
Okay, 27.
Yeah, let me check because I don't want to say anything wrong. But
What I might
they
do is
bought him at
I
23.
might put Rodri here and then swap Dembele and Gavi. I feel like I'd actually pay more for Dembele than Gavi still.
You reckon?
Potentially. It's hard, man.
I'd probably pay more for Gavi just because Dembele has half a hammy. Like you don't know when that hammy's going.
Yeah,
Like, shout
they
out
can.
to Killer, though. I think Bruno is 40 million.
Bruno Fernandes.
You think Bruno's 40s?
Yeah. You know what this guy's doing? Rain. He's got one. Rain.
Anybody? No. Let's have a look.
I can probably do Diaz too.
Where you want him?
Probably below 50. Like he'll be right at the top, but yeah.
Huh? What Diaz? For Liverpool Diaz?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah.
I'm the biggest. I've probably been one of the biggest fans of him, but
And I'm opposite.
that's straight.
where would you put him?
No, but I'm the one who says, oh, everybody's blowing smoke up his ass, but I still see that he might be worth at least maybe 60, 55.
I'd pay about 55 for Mil. I'd pay about
55?
55. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
And
he
I'm
sneaks
not his
into
big-
that. So,
I'm not his biggest fan as well, remember? I'm probably the only person that always dogs him, you know?
Yeah, I think he's cold, but I'm just trying to. All right, yeah, maybe just over 50 then. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
think
Yeah,
about it. 'cause
I
you
would
said
put
you
my
pay what,
opening
45
bid at
for Anthony,
47
right?
and stop at 50.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Put Diaz here. Oh man, okay, this order thing is a bit.
Yeah, it's getting tricky now.
Yeah, don't worry about the order, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the order. Don't worry about the order.
Yeah,
This
we've
one-
explained it.
Yeah.
Might as well put it up.
Right, who's
I'll
another one?
throw one in if you guys want. It could be quick, man. Partey.
Yeah. Okay, where are you putting him?
I'll say because of injury prone and his age, but his ability in there, I think he's between 50 to 80. He's on Rodri's level, in my opinion.
Yeah, on ability.
I think Partey's still a 60 million player minimum.
I think that's maximum for me,
Yeah.
just because of the injuries. Like
Injuries, yeah.
he wasn't injured.
He only had one season of injuries.
No, he hasn't. Since he got to Arsenal, it's been injuries. Like this is like last, like if we like look at it concurrently, I guess since last season, since the back end of last season to now, he's been fit.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the most fit he's been in his Arsenal career, though.
But that's why I say a total of a season he's probably missed.
Oh, a total of a season. And when we buy him? 2020. That's a lot.
2020, so he's missed a season in about 2.5 years. That's quite a lot.
It's true. It's true.
And look, I'll just say on ability, let's just give this caveat. On ability, he's up there with any of them when it comes to like ability. But when it comes to the age, he's 30 soon and he's injury prone.
30 as well.
It'd be the lower end of 50, if anything.
He's in the same bracket. Let's be real. If we're talking about injury prone, because I think for some reason he's sustained that problem really. But if we're saying that for him, then we've got to say the same for Dembele and Kane. We've got to think about reassessing them then. If we're going to put him below 50, I'm just being honest.
But is that what we was going to do? Put him below 50?
No. I'm just saying. No, I'm just throwing it
I'm
out
just
there.
saying, is that
Yeah.
I wouldn't judge it the same though, because again, it is what it is. Like strikers, you pay more for strikers. That's what it is. So
Yeah, you pay
Kane,
for more forwards, yeah.
he's injury prone too, but you're still churning out 20 to 25 league goals a season.
If
Like,
you was to take someone now, Pogba or Partey, and put them in position, who would you take first and second? Who would you guys take? Everyone.
I'll
Both
take
are fully fit. Pogba.
Both fully fit. Both
Said
fully
fully
fit.
fit.
For
Then-
the next season of Arsenal, you think about your teams only. Where would
for
you?
Arsenal, then Partey. No, it wouldn't be
And
Pogba.
Partey, but yeah, that's a weird question because they're different. They don't play the same
they
position.
don't play the same position?
Both midfielders, though.
Our comparison, innit? Because
Yeah,
Pogba would be
Pogba-
more in Xhaka's place, innit?
Yeah, Pogba is not a DM. Like he's proven it many times. He's not even a centre mid at United. Like
Nah, not really.
because he doesn't have the discipline to play as or in a 2 centre mid. He can play in a 3. But yeah,
Well, maybe let's put Partey at the lower end of the 50 M's. This one.
yeah, okay, that works. Wait, who else is there? We can just get out of there. Who's the Bayern guy? Trent's
This
gonna
one,
divide
Partey.
opinion. Yeah, he's another one. He'd be lower 50s.
Where?
He'd be lower 50s to me. I love Sane too, but another injury prone, turns up when he wants kind of guy. Like right now, he's on fire, but you don't even know when he's not gonna be on fire. So I say max I'll pay is 60.
Yeah, he's on the Luis Diaz level for me
Yeah. I'd say that.
of what I'd pay.
Sane's got a bigger sales history, but he's just a strange. I've never understood him.
He's a good player though, man. When he's on it,
Cold.
he's a good player, man. What are we saying? Mbappe? Should we just do him?
Yeah, he's in the red. Like he's the only player who's gonna touch that for me.
$500 million Mbappe.
Mbappe made the top,
Right.
bro.
Crazy.
Let's do Trent.
He's gonna divide opinion though, bro. Like he's gonna be one of the ones that's gonna take it well, because everyone feels differently about him on this list.
Can I just ask a question? What's the highest a fullback's gone for in history? Does anyone have that? Because he's up there as one of the best, but I just want to know what's the highest. That will help me.
Cancelo was how much? It was 30 mil in a swap. I'm trying to think.
Cucurella was 62.
It might be Cucurella. Cucurella was 62.
Cucurella.
So if we're being realistic, he should be in the 50 to 80 then.
Trent. But Trent is way better than Cucurella, and he's younger.
I agree with that. In attacking wise, I agree with that.
He's even just as good defensively. Cucurella's been dropped for Lewis Hall.
Yeah, it's mad. Trent is what? 24, right? Trent's 24, right?
Yeah, he turned 24, yeah.
I'll just put a disclaimer now. I will never in my life pay more than 88 million for a fullback. So he has every fullback on this list has a ceiling.
70 million maximum for Trent for me.
60 million maximum for any. I've just got to go with what I think. I don't think I ever pay 60 more than 60.
But we're in the same bracket. Jeff, what are you saying?
Before Jeff goes, because I know Jeff's going to say something good, but just before Jeff goes, the reason why I say that, is because when it comes to fullbacks, there's not many that impressive ones, and the ones that are impressive ain't even going for that much. They're getting kept by their teams, if that makes sense. So
who do you think better, Trent or Reece James?
Who do I think is better?
It's a good question.
I guess I can flip that and say there's always going to be someone better, but I'd rather take James at the moment.
So you think James? Do you think James is?
Trent will go for more. If we're being honest with the market, Trent will go for more. If you were to put them both on the market right now, and Real Madrid comes in and bids the most, let's say, because I'm just saying that they're big spenders, Trent will get bought for more.
I can't say that because Trent is specific to a Liverpool system. Reece James is probably a more rounded fullback in terms of ability for teams. Trent is a guy who he's their cam at Liverpool. Reece James is somewhat the same, but he's considered to be better defensively by a lot of people. So
Yeah.
what teams would spend would probably be around the same, if not maybe a little more for Reece James, because there would be what the team's looking for. Trent, like you'd probably have to handicap him a little bit if you're signing him to a Real Madrid or a Barca, because I think John said it many times, they're not going to base their whole team around a fullback. As good as Dani Alves is a goated fullback, he still had to get in line.
Get in line.
So what are we saying for Trent then?
For me, it would be the high 70s, if not 80 exactly.
What are you boys saying?
Yeah, I'm more like 55, 60.
And I'm 72.
I'm with John.
This guy in the 72, man.
So what are we saying? Are we saying the same thing for Reece James?
Yeah.
I'd say 75.
See, I would probably spend, if you're asking me who would I spend more on, I'll probably spend more on Trent. But Reece James is probably 5 mil less.
So that's
And I've got it the other way around. A couple mil more.
Yeah, same. So if I'm giving Trent 55, I'll probably give Reece 60.
Okay.
I just prefer Reece James to Trent. Yeah, it's a close one. Yeah, I just prefer Reece James to Trent. Okay, cool.
I'm coming back, guys.
Who we got left? Let's do some other quick ones. Kimmich.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Maybe. Yeah, he'd probably be close to 80 as well, because he's another one is can play right back. He can play centre mid. How old's Kimmich? 27.
Let me check. How old is he?
He's one of the most slept on footballers in the world to me.
He's 27. He's been banging his prime.
Yeah, I might even pay 80 to 100, low 80s. I think Kimmich is different class.
Yeah, Kimmich is different quality, bro. Yeah, I'd go around 70 million. I think Kimmich is quality, man.
Okay, so
he's usually always fit as well, hardly ever injured, a leader, can pass, can break up play, can even play fullback if you need him to, and do that high level.
2023 Lam, man.
Yeah, I'd pay around 70, 65, 70 for Kimmich, yeah. What are you man saying, Rash? Jalil? I think you're on mute, Rash.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely in the bracket of 50 to 80 for me.
Okay.
Jalil?
Who's this again?
Josh Kimmich.
What did you guys have him?
He's confirmed yellow so far.
I agree.
Around 70 million.
Yeah, I think Rash went with 55-ish, I think.
So I'll just put him there for now.
Yeah. The order at this point is too many players.
Yeah. Too many players at this point. Who else would let's see. Bernardo Silva, 50 to 80.
Yeah, confirmed. Doesn't even matter if he plays bad for the rest of his career, he's there for me.
Yeah. What are we saying, Rash? What are you saying?
How old is Bernardo now?
About 27. Maybe 28.
I can see him going to Barca for much more than that.
You think?
Yeah, for some reason I can see them splashing probably about 85, to be honest, for him.
Just put it this, he's 28, he'll be 29 by the time the next season starts.
Who's this?
Bernardo Silva. Yeah, to me,
if he's in that yellow section, he's at the high end of it for me.
See, to me, he'd be a similar around like a Bruno price.
Bruno's 40. Listen, I'm not gonna lie and act like I ain't seen him play for the last few seasons. The boy can't
Bruno.
pass. The boy's not very good. That's my opinion. I don't think he's very good. I think he's overhyped because he's Portuguese. He had a hype about the Bruno Fernandes thing when he came, and plus he has amazing stats. And because of his goal contribution when he first came in and his assists, people were bedazzled by him, and I think they just had star in their eyes. But I'm watching from an angle like I don't fancy the man, and I don't think he's worth more than 45.
To be fair, Bernardo Silva's better than Bruno.
He is, but that wouldn't change where they land to me in terms of the bracket. Like Bruno, like I get you, they're there. The numbers were overhyped, that they're inflated. We know that, but that doesn't change how good he is. Like even if you take away the goals, if you look at the World Cup, let's just look at the World Cup as an example. He was exceptional in the World Cup. He's been great this season. It's only bad season that he's had, you can say, is because of Ronaldo. That's
Listen,
how I look at it.
I don't think he's great this season. I think we've seen that he can play better because you see him when Ronaldo was on the pitch, and when he's not on the pitch, and say, okay, he plays better football when he's not on the pitch.
Mhm.
But the boy still passes it to the stands. He still passes it to the guy and the ball boy. You know what I'm trying to say? He still will mess up with that. When he's in the final third of the pitch, yeah, he can be very yeah, but at the same time, he skies the ball over so many times as well. So he's not prolific goal scorer.
No, but if you try 30 risky passes in the game, there's only, I think the only person I know who has like had a very, very good percentage of very risky passes was Gerrard. Like Bruno passes are Hollywood passes, so a lot of them you're gonna get wrong. But when he gets them right, the majority of the time it turns into a goal.
I
So
get that, but it's just few and far in between.
I can't judge it as. I hear your point, but that doesn't mean 45 million for me. Like he's comfortably in the yellow, like comfortably.
I don't think that he's better than Verratti. That's my opinion.
No.
But it's not. But
And
Verratti.
I know it's injury and stuff like that. I know. But look, Kane's injury prone, Dembele's injury prone, and look where they are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think personally that Verratti's just miles above Fernandez. I don't know. That's just
no. You're right. Verratti is
yeah,
better than Bruno. 100%.
I think even injured with a bad injury record, I think he does. I think he still makes up, just like Dembele does, and just like Kane does, makes it into that. I just think he is over Ferguson.
I can't.
Bruno.
Ferguson. Oh, yeah. See, I can't like. DM is judged different. The attackers, you always pay more. Like, how many defenders are in the top transfers in the world? You've now got a couple. You got Harry Maguire and you got Van Dijk. Like, it's not very, very often you get players that you pay an astronomical money for. Forwards are always going to be more.
I do think, thinking about that, I would probably, just because of every time he plays, you see his value, I would probably bring maybe Verratti up to 50 to 80. Just because anytime he does play, you see when he's not at PSG, when he's not in the lineup, the drop in performance. There's many times where I say he's their most valuable player. Because when he doesn't play, the team just does not function the same at all. And I know he's injury prone, but when he does play, he is absolutely fantastic. So I might have to say maybe he should go up one tier.
I can't. For me, I'd have to keep him where he is, just because even when you check the games, like 262 games in his 11th season.
Yeah,
but 11 seasons is wild. Like, it's like the attackers, like with the Dembele thing, he might even be lucky to be there, but it's
age plays a part of Dembele as well,
and the position he plays, like
and
that
the forwards. Yeah,
Verratti on ability, he's up there with the best of them, but that DM position is unforgiving, man. If you ain't there, what can we say?
Yeah, all I said, Verratti is better than Pogba, and he's below. He is better than Pogba. That is true. Verratti's great. Yeah, I do think Wright could go a tier higher. I do
Okay.
think
If you can put him maybe
depends. But Janelle had him below as well, so we have to stick to what we believe. I do
so then
think
it's a draw.
Yeah, Verratti for me, he's amazing and everything, but playing time and spending that much money for someone to play not even 75% of the season, if that next year, I'm always thinking about stuff like that.
So all right, put it this way: Verratti's 2-2. Rash is making a case for Bruno. Where do we stand with Bruno?
No, Bruno stays in the 50 to 80.
Okay,
Bruno
so,
can stay.
I said I would pay around 60 for Bruno, so maybe he can come maybe down in the running order, but I would keep him in that bracket because he's always fit. He's a very athletic. He can run. He can score goals. And he's played better this season. He's been a bit more consistent, so I think he deserves to be in there. Yeah, my only thing is that maybe Verratti could go up, depending on what people in the comments say. I mean, we've had a couple of people say that Verratti maybe should go up, and given we are tied, maybe he can go to the bottom of that tier because I guess that maybe makes a difference. Where
I'm fine with that.
is.
If we're 2-2 and it looks like it's 2 comments for Verratti, then I'm fine with him being at the bottom of 50.
Yeah,
me personally, I probably wouldn't, but I get it. Ability-wise, he's cold.
I get it. All right, let's rattle through them because obviously United started. Let's rattle through. Right, Neymar. What are we paying for Neymar? Very quick.
Man, yeah, he's not a quick one. He's another strange guy,
He's
man.
not a quick one. I just clocked.
The most injury-prone guy, the most frustrating guy, but he still is who he is.
50 to 80.
Yeah. Ah, man.
Hey, the three categories you spoke about before, boys. Come on, man. 50 to 80.
Performances.
When he's there and the injuries ain't handicapping him, mostly 9 out of 10s until it gets to crucial moments. All right, yeah, I probably. Oh man, it sounds insane to say 80 million for Neymar.
So you're 80 are you 80 on the dot?
I wouldn't go above the 80, man. I'm sorry.
See, I'm thinking if I'm a chairman, Neymar is probably an anomaly. Like,
listen, I ain't having you if you're chairman. I ain't having you take off your sister's birthday every fucking year, son. I'll tell you that for free. So,
yes, he's injured, bro. It's just bad timing.
Every year this is madness.
It's madness. I can't lie. I would still pay 80 to 100 for Neymar.
Yeah, I think I would. He's Neymar,
man.
He's probably he's one player that his ability, his performance is so great that he would have to be an anomaly.
Yeah, he's an anomaly.
If you're a chairman,
he's an anomaly. If I'm
I'll be willing. Yeah, it might not be 100. I might be willing because that 220 mil that PSG paid 5 years ago will never happen again. But maybe like 85, 90.
Yeah. Let's put Neymar here for now.
We'll see what Rash says. But so Jalo said 50 to 80. We're saying a little more. We'll see what Rash says.
All right. Okay, so we are on the final row now. So let's start clearing man out. Let's actually just try and clear man out in about 30 seconds. So I'm saying Rashford 50 to 80.
Yep.
Jalil?
Rashford?
Yeah.
How old is he again?
25.
80 to 100.
Jesus.
Really?
You'd pay more for Rashford than Neymar?
Right now, yeah.
But Neymar's been better than Rashford this season as well.
I'm talking about longevity though. I could bang out. Listen, I don't mind. I don't mind because you guys can sell me on that. Maybe I can go for 85, 90. I ain't angry at that. But Popper's in like probably 80 on the dot, maybe just a bit more. But I'd put him 100% in the 80 to 100. Just what he can bring to a team. He loves free kicks. He's very direct. He had a poor, I believe, end to the season, beginning to this season, but we know his ability, and I'm not going to let the United bias get to me. I've always been a fan of Rashford, and you know, there's a few times when I know we've been getting at him, but I've always said that he'll come back. I don't think he's finished. You know, he can't be finished at 25. I think he's still got a high ceiling that he can potentially reach. You know, so I've just got to go with what my heart says, man. So I'm going 80 to 100, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. I can't pay that for Rashford.
Like, because then if I pay that, then what's Saka?
Yeah, that's
As a
what
20.
We'll get to that. Let's not spoil it now.
And then Vinicius, like, yeah, me personally, yeah, I'm one of the biggest supporters of Rashford. Like,
yeah, you are.
Always have been. Like, never ever switched on Rashford. But reality is reality, man. I can probably spend 60 to 70 on Rashford,
Yeah, that's where I was.
but anything more, nah, because then if I pay more for him, then I should pay more for others.
Yeah, he's around this area.
So yeah, again,
Around
we'll see
that
what Rash says, but it's 2-1. So
2-1.
that's right. It's Rashford and Neymar. Let me make a note. Our players, the players we need to discuss.
40 million Rash. 40 million Rash.
40 million.
40 million Rash. 40 million Rash. 40 million.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah. That's the word agreeing me. That was them copying me.
Are you saying Rashford 40 million?
No. I'd say Rashford 56.
Okay, cool.
56.
56.
These specific numbers.
Specific.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Hey, remember, this is my money.
That's true. I hear that. Okay, let's do again. Let's try and do a few Messi. Let's just do Messi.
Yeah, 80 to 100 probably, even at this age.
Rash
or the high end of 80.
Yeah, I mean, if Neymar is up there, then
would you have had Neymar up there?
I mean, I don't mind it, but to be honest, I think Neymar and Messi and Ronaldo are all swimming in the 60s right now. But that's just me. That's just me. Neymar's had a really good season, but they're few and far in between. We know what he can be. Everyone knows what he can be. He can be 150 million plus if he wants to be. It's just that he just isn't, is he? So, but yeah, look, if Neymar's there, Messi's there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think just to say, I think with Neymar and especially Messi's, this is where we as owners are kind of doing anomalies. We understand, especially when Messi's 35 years old, he's well past his prime, maybe only has a couple of years left, but it's still Lionel Messi. Everything else that comes with him, the ridiculous brand and everything, the top quality football he can probably give you for 1 or 2 years if you set up the team right around him. So have we probably overpaid for Messi? Yeah, Rash is probably right. He should probably be around 50, 60 million. He's right. But it's still no Messi, so you add another 20 million for the brand. So, Gillo, what are you saying? You good with Messi being there, or would you have had him lower?
I'd have Messi 50 to 80.
Okay. So it could be 2-2, depending on Rash, how much you want to push 50 to 80 for Messi.
If I push 60 to 80 from Messi, I want to push 60 for 80 to Neymar too. Just letting you guys know that.
I said Neymar should be 50 to 80 as well. I have Neymar like 79 mil, maybe 80.
Like Neymar, you know how I feel about Neymar, but at the same time, is he that much in a better situation than Messi? Not really. Not really.
Not much, no. The difference, only not much. There isn't much.
Yeah, when Neymar turns it on, he can be great, but when Messi turns it on, he can be great too.
Yeah.
I think they're very similar, man, in an attribute right now and ability, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep them there for now, and then we'll come back to them. Okay. Let's do Rodrigo. I would say 50 to 80 million. Maybe the
Yeah,
low end.
I'm not the
55, 60.
greatest. I'm not the greatest fan of him, but he is very young.
Yeah. What is he? 21? 20?
Yeah, think
21?
about that. Yeah,
I like Rodrigo actually. I think he's really good, but he's
Good.
I just don't think he gets enough game time,
He doesn't.
and
Doesn't.
that's why I think his ability is definitely up there. But if I was a manager, I'd bid 46.
Okay. You're going 46. Do you know what you're going for?
Had him in the 50 to 80.
Okay. Yeah. 50 to 80. Okay. I'll put him towards the end of this one, towards the back. Okay, so I would say who's next? Where we put in? We got this bare olders now. There's bare youngers now. Let's just remove the older. Where we put in Salah? He's the only older left.
50 million for celebrating Christmas.
Oh, Wash, why you like this, bro?
this guy is nuts.
He's even froze. Look
Oh,
at
he
him.
froze again.
He froze. Yeah.
Look what he froze on. That smile is funny to freeze on.
I'm gonna keep that smile there, though.
Yeah, that's pretty
Keep
funny.
that smile there, because that reflects well on him. It brings personality.
Yeah, Salah. Let me just say this: Salah would be in the 50 to 80. He'll be in the higher bracket of 80. That he's a similar
Same.
guy
I
to
agree.
Kane to me.
Exactly. I agree. Spot on. Do you know what you're saying?
Yeah, I had him in 50 to 80 as well.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say this because time is flying.
Okay.
I'll say Odegaard is also in that 50 to 80 bracket. Ooh, I think John is frozen. Oh, he's back.
No, I'm here, bro. I was just thinking about that.
Like Odegaard, I'd probably spend 55 to 60. I keep saying in a year's time it might be a whole nother conversation, but as it stands, probably spend 50 to 55. I'll spend. Odegaard less than Bellingham. Oh, yeah, I see all this comment. Odegaard less than Bellingham, surely not a better player. Odegaard is a cold player, ability-wise.
Odegaard is probably better than better
Odegaard's better than a lot of people.
right now.
But what I'd pay for him if I was a chairman.
I'm paying 80 to
I'll probably
100.
pay around 70, 75, you know.
I'm paying 80 to 100 for Odegaard, man.
See, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
He's captain.
I ain't mad at paying 80 M's for Odegaard, you know.
You get leadership. Even if he's not captain for your team, he has to go elsewhere. You get someone who fights, someone who doesn't give up. We've seen enough of these attacking midfielders lose the ball halfway through and then fucking fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Don't even defend. So with Odegaard, yeah, he's definitely in the. Let me just add Rash. Oh, there he is. Oops, sorry. He's definitely in the 80 to 100 for me, boys. I can't even lie to you.
If he is, then my whole list will change. Because if he's in there, then there's a bunch of players I love that in that 50 to 80 bracket.
That's like me, for example. There's a lot of players that shouldn't be in the 50, 80, should be lower, and there's a lot of like Bellingham should be higher. You know, so Messi shouldn't even be 80 to 100 still, in my opinion.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a bunch. Like, I can't just put Odegaard there because then there's a bunch of players I love, then who should also be there just because I love them. Like that has no bearing on what I'll do as a chairman because that was the original question.
No, mine's not down to love. Mine's if he goes to another club, not at Arsenal. So I was even thinking about
I'm-
Arsenal. I was thinking,
I'm not even saying
What?
you. I'm just saying that in general.
yeah, it's a difficult one. I can't lie. It's a difficult one.
Yeah, I would probably pay around 75 M's for Odegaard.
Oh man, John, that's spot on. 75 to 80.
So yeah, so I think he ends up right near the top of this tier. It's you know what? It's funny because Jalil would have Bellingham in the 150 plus, and then Jeff's happy with Bellingham where he is, and I actually had Bellingham in 80 to 100.
This is not going to be perfect for it's not going to be perfect for none of us, you know, because we're going to be outvoted on certain players, so it's not going to be perfect regardless.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you think?
Wait, who we got left? Who we got left? Chouameni. What are we saying for Chouchou?
Mm.
You know what? I got one here. Yeah, so I probably have Chouameni in that 80 to 100, and I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'd even move Camavinga down one. So I think Chouameni is better than Camavinga.
How much
I
would you
am,
pay?
bro.
How much would you pay for both of them, Jeff?
What do you mean together? Oh,
No,
or
each.
Chouameni, I'll probably spend what he got bought for. I think that was actually the right price.
What was
How
the
much
price again? 100 million
85
euros, right?
million. Yeah, so about 85, 88 million. And then Camavinga, who I think is cold, I don't think is as good as Chouameni. I'd probably spend, well, I'll still spend a high end on the yellow though. I'd probably drop him down thinking about it. So I might spend 75 on Camavinga and I'll spend 85 on Chouameni.
You know what? I just realized as well, Jeff. Jalil,
Yeah.
right? What are you man saying on Foden?
Oh yeah, that's another one.
He's in the right place.
Rash, how you feel about it?
Because I had him one lower.
I'm Foden's. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'm one of his biggest fans. I rate Foden. I like him a lot. But alhamdulillah, this season needed to happen for him to show his weaknesses a bit. Do you know what I mean? To show his vulnerabilities, so we can actually judge the boy properly, rather than this overinflated British stars in your eyes kind of thing that we have been kind of for a little while. I'm not gonna lie, I'd pull Foden down just to that yellow zone. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I would put him in.
So was it 2-2? Is it 2-2?
2-2.
Leave him there then.
So for now we leave him there unless someone in the comments says something. But for now we leave him there. 2-2.
If he's there and Camavinga's there, Chouameni's.
Chouameni's
I think
there.
Chouameni's and Camavinga and Bellingham are not far apart, man. I'm talking about. I like Jeff. I rate them slightly different to how you are at the moment. I think that they're very close in caliber. I think those three.
I think they are, but I think Chouameni's better.
Maybe, but look at the brackets they're doing. I mean, look, you're I don't know what end of 100 to 150 you put Bellingham, what you think he's actually worth, because I wasn't here for that. But it will be. I mean, you're saying that you think Camavinga's kind of probably 75, I assume, yeah? In reality.
No, he's in the 80. Oh, sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, he thinks he's worth about 75. And Chouameni, you think he's probably worth about what he was, yeah? Which is, say, about 85, 10 mil more, yeah? About that, yeah? I don't think Chouameni's 10 million more than Camavinga, and then I don't think Bellingham is 30 million more than 40 million more than them guys. I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Not that much. He's not that much ahead of them.
Okay.
I kind of had Bellingham at around 90 million like when I first thought about it. Jeff kind of persuaded me to say if I was forced to pay 100 M's for Bellingham, would I do it? I said yeah. But the initial price that came to my head was around 90 million. I do agree. I think Bellingham he can be classed as better than them, but I think it's very close between Tchouaméni, even Camavinga. All of them are around the same level, to be honest.
I
I
think
think
that
Bellingham,
I'm struggling to have them on different valuation boxes. I'm struggling.
Okay, I'm fine with them all being in the same then, even if they're different prices. Like I might still have Bellingham, I still have Bellingham higher, but if they're in the same thing and they're all in the 80 to 100, I can live with that.
Obviously,
That's
Bellingham,
right.
as you said, 100 million, probably at the top end of the valuation of that. Isn't it?
So what we're saying here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That could work.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You think he's 150 plus, isn't it?
Yeah, he said 150 plus.
Thing is, with Bellingham, I don't see how he can be 150 plus. I just
You don't see the resale value for all these players though.
I do. I just
You guys
We're not talking about resale. We're talking about
yeah, we're
purchase.
not talking about resale.
Why would you be a chairman and buy someone without thinking about what can I get from him just in case?
no.
That's
We
Yeah,
crazy.
but
are.
Bellingham's
crazy,
resale
isn't it?
value is linked to the fact.
That's
But Bellingham's
crazy.
resale value is linked to the fact that he's British, though. That's the only reason
No.
Bellingham's resale value would be higher.
Exactly. So it's crazy to think. It's crazy to purchase something that you know that.
But I'm looking at them based on actually their ability. Because if we were to include English tax into this, then Declan Rice would have been higher. But we're actually looking at them based.
I'm not even talking about English tax at all. But my thing's always been like resale value and everything as well as what you can bring to the team.
Let's just say all of these. Well, if say for instance, if when you buy these players, they are yours until you leave the club. So you're not selling any of these players.
If I'm not selling none of these players, then this whole list will be different for me. This whole list will be different for all of us if that's the case. How could we?
Yeah, but that's kind of how we were doing it.
I haven't included resale.
Yeah,
I've included longevity, but not resale.
I thought if I have it very small,
Bellingham will still be 1/5 then. If we're saying that, look how many years you're getting out of him. He's 8-19. He's playing 2 major tournaments and he's done so well for Dortmund that they built the team around. He can't be dropped.
Can I ask you a question, Chilo?
Yeah, go on.
Have you never seen a player like Bellingham in your life? Because you're trying to put him at prices where you've never seen people pay for in their life.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Look what Sancho did at Dortmund.
That's Sancho. I'm not gonna lie. Like Sancho can't even do it for England, bro. Like, and England's not even that good. Do you know what I mean?
Bellingham ain't done it for England. Bellingham had 1 good game for England, maybe 2 max.
No, Bellingham's been active, man. I know he acted like a baby, maybe in that semi-final against France, so we're calling a lot of fouls on that. But he'll get better with age. I just see him thriving so much, personally. Depending on what team. But to be fair, I'm outnumbered, so we don't need to dwell on this. I don't think.
I was fine with 100 to 150, but when these guys explain the Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Bellingham thing, the value probably isn't 40 million between them, because then that value would probably be the English tax. And from how I'm doing it, I'm trying to remove the resale value because then that inflates the price. Because then Mbappe is 900 million.
Yeah, literally.
Like if I start applying all of the roles of a chairman, then the exercise kind of becomes pointless because then you start overthinking everything. I'm trying to judge it purely off like football and like what they've done up until this point, to which justifies the price. I can't then include resale value for me.
But I'm not gonna lie, resale value will pull a lot of players down for me.
No, but to be fair, didn't you guys say that the Real Madrid fellas, the 2 young boys, French guys, got bought for their right price? But don't you think behind that for Real Madrid there was resale value there? Reason why I think we said value players, value every player. Value means everything to do with money. It means investment. It means buying them. Value means everything, guys. Just what I'm saying. So we're talking about that. We've got to talk about value. If that's what the show is called, value in every player.
But then a lot of values are inflated. So then I can't just it's not just a flat definition to everything because it varies depending on the player.
So wait,
Like-
in that case, wait. So in that case, where should Pedri be?
Wait.
Yeah.
Just before you answer that. Also, if that's the case, we should be judging people on their potential peaks, not what they are now. Then, if that's the case as well. But go on. What do you think?
Pedri.
Pedri.
I think just to answer Rash's question, I think everyone's peaks going to be different now, because if it was to go off peaks, then some of these guys are past their peak. So why are we paying
Exactly.
80 mil for Kane?
That's kind of
That's
the
my
point.
point. That's
There's
my
no-
point.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if you buy
That's why
Kane,
you feel like,
That's why I can't.
yeah. So if you buy Kane for 80 mil, for example, there ain't no resale value to Kane. Let's be real. If we're buying Kane, so if you're buying Kane fresh at his age now, with everything he's done, you're going to get 2 good seasons out of him, and you're going to be happy with that. You're paying 80 mil for that. If you're the kind of guys to pay 80 mil, then no problem. I ain't going to argue with you with that. But then that's
Don't you think then that's how the club feels? Like if you're spending 80 million pounds on a Kane and you're gonna get 3 good seasons out of him, and it then propels you to win stuff, then he's fulfilled his purpose. That's why your example is like a flat business example. Football isn't that kind of business. Like, it just isn't. Like
you think you're going to get 3 seasons out of Kane? 3 good seasons?
29.
yeah, you can.
But if we're saying Benzema's 35 and Kane already, we're saying is not that far off the best strikers in the world, which is like mostly a universal opinion, then if Kane plays for 3-4 years, of course you can get 3-4 good years out of Kane.
Yeah, Kane 100% is one of the best strikers in the world. 100%. You can't not say, especially playing for a shit team like Spurs and still getting those numbers. You've got to be doing something
I
right.
respect it.
This guy. No, but-
No, missed the shot, bro.
Hey, man, shooter leaves a melody behind you.
No, but you got to respect Kane. You got to respect Kane. Like I hear what you're saying, because he's like playing for a poor team. People used to say that about us, in terms of the players that we had, like Ozil at the time, or Arsenal shit. Ozil should be going for a lot of money, which is totally understandable. Obviously, he didn't at the end, but yeah, man.
All right.
I'm obviously judging it differently from you three, and I feel like I can't. I've done it this far, so hopefully I can try and persuade you in the
Okay,
last 6 guys.
don't be sad about it, bro. It's all right.
Don't be sad about it, bro. I'm a businessman, man. I need to overthink shit, especially like this, bro.
All right, cool. Let's finish this
Monopoly
off.
review must be crazy.
Trust me. All right, let's finish this off.
Good comment.
Just before we finish it off, Messi being that high, I'm thinking as a businessman again and a chairman, I'm thinking shirt sales will probably come back in that, and not merch and that, and I'm thinking Arsenal. Sorry, boys, because Arsenal's doing great in my head as my team. I'm thinking everyone's buying a top, everyone's buying the mugs, everyone's getting a name printed on it. That's an extra £5 each letter. I don't know how much it is now. So yeah, I think I can understand.
You saying that price is justified, or you saying that
now that because I put my business hat on, it's definitely justified, 100%.
Man, Bruno just scored, by the way.
1-0,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1-0 United. Okay. All right. Let's just rattle this off. Obviously, I'm conscious of the time. We've been on for a minute. So, Liba, I'm saying 50 to 80 M's. What are you man saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For who? For who?
High end 50 to 80, yeah. Jay thinks more. It's okay. Say it, Jay. Say it, bro.
My business hat's on. My business hat's on again. Can someone just remind me quickly? Most priced centre back, please, just quickly.
85 million, Harry Maguire.
85 million Maguire. Oh, but yeah.
Okay, that doesn't do nothing. Next person, because that's Man United.
Virgil van
Dijk,
Dijk, 75 million at 27.
Van Dijk, what?
75 million.
27.
But it was in his prime then, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So if I'm being honest, then I mean, yeah, I'll think Saliba with the years to come. He's 22, 23. How old is he?
22. I think.
21.
22. Yeah, I'm gonna say 75k, 75 mil. Fucking okay, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got to duck out in 10 minutes, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll be done in 10 minutes. We're gonna have to rattle through these, which is a shame because we got some juicy ones left. Pedri, what are we saying?
80 to 100.
I don't care. 50 to 80.
Yikes.
I like Pedro as well. I don't think none of them are really like. Look, you fit 80 to 100, 100 to 150, but there's not a lot of guys that. What's like he hasn't proven himself, has he? Really? Like, look at has he proven himself? We know he's amazing, but has he proven himself?
But has
I think
the two French guys
I'm
from
gonna
Madrid
say
proven
I think he's done more than Camavinga for sure.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't proved themselves.
That's a guarantee. Like if we're saying that he's done more than Camavinga, because Camavinga, you can just the same way I rate him at that price, and that's not changing. I still can say he's on the bench for France and he's on the bench currently for Real Madrid. I can say Pedri played damn near 75 games in a season, like in a whole calendar year at Barcelona with Messi there.
Mm-hmm.
And played really, really well. Went to Spain with the Olympics, did really, really well. Obviously went to the World Cup, didn't work out too good for Spain.
Obviously,
but he did well.
He did well.
I can say he can justify that price. For me.
I think he's right next to Bellingham, to be honest.
And then when we do our show on who's the top 5 youngsters in the world, he's there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
you're right.
We'll put Pedri here. We'll decide at the end who's going to be the leading face for each one, and then the rest we'll just say it's a scramble. Okay. So who's the 4? Right. Martinelli, I'm saying 50 to 80.
I'll be inclined to agree.
Same. Can't lie. Same.
Yeah.
Look, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I said a stupid statement like he might be the next CR7 and that. And if he ain't doing shit like the CR7 we saw at his age, then there's no point. If he was killing it how he's meant to, it may not got the chances, but yeah, 50 to 80, man. Maybe he's about 70 M if he was to go right now. If like United coming for him, 70 M.
Yeah, I think it'll change. I think it'll go up, but yeah, as it stands, yeah.
Right. Okay. Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior, 125 M's.
Damn.
That is a lot of money.
That's a statement.
Man, that felt like it just came out of my pocket.
You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. Like, if I want to talk about everything, pace, ability, skill sets, what he done in the World Cup final, in Champions League finals, and that he was vital to them winning the league, boys. Him and Benzema used to hate each other. Now they're best friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends used to be foes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have it right, man. He's actually, I don't know, bro. He should be up there, boys. I know you're not going to agree, but I've got to say my piece. You know what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't say I don't agree. I just wouldn't say 125.
Let me ask you. How old is Odegaard? 23, right?
24.
He's 24.
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay, and how old is Vinny?
22. He might be 23 now. No, he's 22. 22,
yeah. And Odegaard's 24.
Yeah, okay, let me just confirm for you. Yeah, he's 24. He's 24 in December.
Oh, so he just turned 24. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I can spend more than 100 M's on Vinny, man. I can't lie.
See,
I think he's in that 80 to 100.
See, me, I think he'd be in 100 to 150. I just wouldn't agree with Jalil's price, but I'd pay between 100 and 150 for Vinicius Junior. And I'll say this: like 18 months ago, you would have asked me this, he'd be in the yellow, because I thought he was just one of those guys. You're fast, but the end product of what you do isn't good enough. The end product improved massively in the past 18 months.
Right. So let me just, because when I think, it's a hard one, because technically anything above 80 million is a game changer. But anything over 100 million, that's beyond the game changer. We're saying that's like
Generational. If we're being
That
You're
is-
saying you're going when you say you're 100 to 150, you're basically going to get a return of your investment.
yes,
That's
guaranteed.
that's how I see it.
Guaranteed.
Wait, what did you say, Jeff?
Anything over 100 mil
I love that.
is ROI. Like you get a return on your investment.
I agree with you.
And-
when you guys started the show, you did speak about Haaland and then what he would be if he was to go again. So you guys would get investment. So that's why I always thought about everything to do with valuing. So I guess we've got to do the same with Vinicius here.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, so Rash, where would you have Vinicius? Sorry, you never said.
In me,
Yeah, what would you pay for him?
between me personally, I think I'd pay between 95 and 105. Very hard bracket to throw him into me.
That's banging 100. So he's
banging
up there.
100.
Yeah, so
banging 100.
which one he is, whether it's the top end of the gold or bottom end of the yellow, I don't know.
We can round up for him. To be kind. I would have paid about 90 million for Vinicius.
Mhm.
Okay. We're not
He's
too far
improved a
off.
lot. We're not too far off.
I've got to bounce for 3 minutes, boys. I want to do the last two of you though. I want to bounce for three minutes.
Okay,
Well,
let's do Saka.
Saka's 80 to 100 for me. If I was to buy right now, might be the lower end of the 80.
Saka will be 100 on the dot for me, but I understand the 80 mark.
Actually, I said 80.
Are we saying that Vinicius Junior is definitely better than Saka?
Yeah, we got to be real, boys. Look what Vinicius did. Like, let's just have it right, yeah.
I know what he did last year was special.
No, not even last year, bruv. The year before as well, bruv. Like,
The year before he wasn't great.
It wasn't the year before when wasn't the year before he killed Liverpool. No, wasn't that one when he killed Liverpool in the group stages?
Yes.
No, and we're all talking about him for the rest of the year. He killed it that year.
That was a one-off game. That wasn't that season.
No, we spoke about him after that as well. Him and Benzema. It wasn't just last year, boys. I swear to you, boys. Come on.
Here's what I'm saying.
No. You're right. He ripped Liverpool that game. You're right. Yeah. Okay. It's more than just 1 year. You're right. I just
Vinicius
don't
would
think
be better than
Saka's far off.
Saka. He's not, but if we were to say, like, obviously the under 21 list would be under to under 23 because Vinicius ain't even eligible for under 21. But like, yeah, Saka isn't far off. Neither are a lot of those youngsters. There's not a big difference. The difference is like kind of what you've produced so far. Like Vinicius so far, you can say he highly contributed to the Champions League. You've established yourself pretty much.
Yeah,
like
true.
I can say this, like for Brazil, he has to play left wing, and Neymar, like that's Neymar's position. Now Neymar kind of just plays in a role where he plays where he wants.
He's free.
Yeah, because they have to accommodate for both.
Good enough that can cover that left side.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of judge it. Like Vinicius has kind of earned his worth from that. If you're getting one of the best players of this modern generation to move, then you've done your job.
That's fair. So I'd pay like 85 million for Saka. What are you man saying?
I'm saying you lot are disrespecting the kid. You're not putting enough respect on him. But if he's the best player in the English squad, him and Bellingham are close together in the whole of the English squad. He held Arsenal down 4 seasons in a row by himself. He was the only one who kept us competitive. He's the only one who gave us any grace of hope. Yeah. Plus, he has excelled exceedingly this season. The levels that you can see it. Like if this was Dragon Ball Z, it'd have blue flames around it. You can see the level up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I can't say that I wouldn't be. Like I'd be very comfortable if I was a team and I wanted to someone who I know will not just drag the team and represent the team and give me 100 every every game, let alone play nearly every game for 4 seasons in a row, like to be one of the best players in his country and in his squad, I wouldn't be upset paying over 100 million for him. I mean, you know me, I'm specific with numbers. Yeah, if we was to sell Saka next season, we could get over 100 million for him, no problem.
How
And
much
that
would you pay?
means, yeah.
How much would you pay for him?
Me personally,
Mhm.
I've got a number in my head, 107. But at the same time, 100 seems more accurate to me.
So, but then by using those, if Arsenal would sell him now, that means you're kind of using Jalil's example.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just what I mean in regards of if I think, say for instance, he was just to be sold next season, even at the end of this one, complete this season, I think there's a lot more to come from him still. And I think if it was at the end of next season, I think we would have been seeing something spectacular, to be honest. And I think we will see it. That's what I think. I think that I think what he brings to the game and what he brings to a team, yeah, is a lot more than what a lot of people on this page is doing, and that's what's driving it up a lot more. I'm not saying his ability-wise he's the better than a lot of these guys, but I think when you put together all of his attributes plus his attitude and what he can do, I think that makes him the price that I'm setting at. But I'm not angry at the man for putting him in the lower bracket, but I think he's there at that higher bracket.
You know what? I'm even thinking I might even have him at the high end of yellow, like the 78.
No, I got him 100.
I'm trying to think. You say 100
I
mil,
do
yeah?
think he's in the 80 to 100.
See,
I'm more like 85. I'm more like 85. So wait, we got 200s.
Yeah, me and
if we got 200s, then it's done, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Jeff, if you go in the yellow, then I go. I'm in the like light orange. That means he goes. That means he goes in here.
Damn. Jesus.
I mean, if you want, to me, they both say 100 million, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll say he's 100 million on upwards, not lower. Whereas I don't know what Jalil's saying. You said same, yeah?
I'm 100 on the dot.
More. Yeah. So
you're saying that like 100 with the trajectory of more, so that it should
he's
be...
in the right bracket. Yeah, he's in the right bracket. He's in the right bracket for me.
Oof, dear.
I know there's going to be backlash and there's going to be a lot of talk, but hey, that's what we're here for.
But it's gonna have to be because like
we had backlash with Bear of these, man.
Yeah, there's too many. There's too many. We've gone too far.
I've already had one message saying this.
We went far with Anthony.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
We got my guy Musty in the building saying Saka 30 million max. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a hate. Well, that's a hater. That's a hater. How could you say 30 million max?
I think he's a Spurs. I think if it's my guy, what I'm thinking of Musty.
He's joking, right?
It has to be.
He's a Spurs fan. He's a Spurs fan. He's a Spurs fan.
I get it.
Last but not least, Musiala. What are we saying?
Ooh, love that. I like that kid. Don't think
he's another cold player.
Yeah, don't think he does.
100.
I'll put him in the one below the 100 to 150, the 80 to 100. I would high end of it. And I know it sounds weird what you're saying, but I think he has a very high ceiling. I just don't think he gets the opportunity to display that enough. I want to see more. I just don't think he gets enough game time.
I didn't know who he was really. I heard about him a few things. I heard that his parents are from like a split between England and Germany, and I think Nigeria as well.
Yes.
So I heard all that, but I haven't really seen him. But then you boys brought him up in one show before the World Cup, and you were talking about him. I was like, I think it was in the show where we were picking the
World Cup
drafts. And then I was like, and I don't know who had him on his team, but I rated him lower because I didn't know about it. Remember, I was voting because I wasn't on the show, but I came in to vote. But then I saw him in the World Cup. You know, it takes me.
He's been playing for Bayern as well. This season, he's been Bayern's best player as well.
It takes me a tournament to see how good you are. So I would put him in 100 to 150 if I'm honest.
I'd probably put 100 on the dot. I think out of all the youngsters, he's my favorite. So I probably put 100 on the dot.
He'd possibly be mine, but yeah, I guess the Saka placement now you'd have to be there, but I don't think I'd have him in 100 to 150 if Saka weren't there. They would both be. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like it's.
Yeah, I'm with you, no, Jeff. I'm with you. If Saka wasn't there, I would put Musiala at the top of the 80 to 100 million, right at the top, and then have Saka just a little bit behind. That's where I would have had it. And I would have had Vinicius in that one. I literally would have only had Mbappe and Haaland in the top two, and then the rest kind of find out in 80 to 100.
Look, I'm not. Look, and this is just my opinion. Obviously, this is not something that has to be added to the point. But look, I'm not mad at putting Bellingham, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni in that bracket, 100 to 150.
I said that, man.
Are you all three?
All three of them, yeah. I'm not.
Nah, I'm not moving all three.
Because even Bellingham's been moved down. Yeah, man.
Because it's hard. Because I don't think Musiala, Saka, and Bellingham and these. I don't think they're far apart, bro. This is the thing. I don't think they're all far apart, man. They're all very close, man. It's just, yeah. It's kind of finding which one suits them all. To me, because I think they're all on the same level. I don't think they're on different levels, but it's just like which one suits them all. One's gonna be too high, one's gonna be too low, and then one's gonna make the other one's better at something. It's just the top end's a bit hard, man.
I can't lie. I think our 50 to 80 and below 50 actually makes sense. I've just looked at it properly. I'm actually kind of content with what we've done there. I'm not mad at anyone being there. Really?
Yeah. Let's just cause arguments in it. So regardless of where you place it, you can have someone say Rice. Huh?
Yeah.
You said something.
100 to 150 and 80 to 100. That's the
contentious place.
That's gonna be the controversial bit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the bit because people are just gonna see Saka and be like, no,
wild out.
They're gonna see Saka and say Arsenal, man. That's all they're gonna say.
Yeah, literally.
There's a big explanation to why I think.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it to understand.
And they're gonna have to understand that you guys don't think he's there as well. That's
because the finished product is and either way, man. If you judge us all together, you judge it. Just make sure you tune in. That's all.
That's literally that's facts. That's facts. But hey, I think this is our final list.
Yeah,
our final list. So let me read it.
Hey, we're gonna get slated still. I know
we are.
We are gonna get slated on that 100 to 150, and I think I'm gonna get the blame for it. But hey,
listen,
I'm ready for it.
Listen, it's 2 years. It's 2 years of doing these kind of shows, but we stand what we say. You know, it's real ball talk. We're not here to make anybody happy to what we feel in it. We voted for every single one. It's not like one person had more of a authority over the other. It was very fair, you know. So we're a team. If anyone wants to chat shit, it is what it is, bro.
So me.
And for me, to be honest, I haven't seen anyone else really do this yet because in terms of actually touching on what the transfer market actually should be if you're doing it the right way. So I'm sure that we'll start to see people doing this. But I have no doubt we will hold call for it. But that's opinions, isn't it? That's football.
Trendsetters
is what it is.
Ready for it.
You know?
Yeah, when you're the first ones to do something, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So let me read this. 50 million, we've got Benzema, Lewandowski, and Kante, Anthony, and Declan Rice. 52 M's, we've got Rodrigo, Partey, Frankie de Jong, Martinelli, Verratti, Pogba, Casemiro, Sane, Luis Diaz, Trent, Reece James, Dembele, Rashford, Gavi, Kimmich, Rodri, Saliba, João Felix, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Odegaard, Salah, and Harry Kane. 80 to 100 M's, we've got Messi, Foden, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Neymar, De Bruyne, Pedri, and Jude Bellingham. 100 to 150, we've got Saka, Musiala, Vinicius Jr., and Haaland. And 150 million plus, only one man, and that's Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, that red one I think is definitely right. Like Mbappe is the only guy who supersedes 150 mil.
Facts. But hey, yeah, I like all this, man. There's things that we each would say maybe I'd have him here or somewhere else, but hey, that's when you're judging things together. That's what happens.
So be it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah. So be it, man. But yeah, listen, people, we've
You
given
got us all in the end. We all came in the end.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
We got done in the end.
literally, exactly that, man. Listen, people, we've given you 2.5 hours of a show. Make sure to watch it back. There's going to be plenty of snippets on TikTok and stuff. So be easy on us. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill us. We're going to put chapters as well to focus on specific players. If you want to watch a specific section of the show to talk about, see like the Saka debate we had at the end, you can go straight to there if you want. But yeah, make sure you smash a like, drop a comment, let us know what you think. Follow us on all the platform, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Subscribe to RBT if you haven't done so already. And yeah, we're gonna go grab some food and watch the United second half because we deserve it after that show. So
definitely.
big up everyone and take care. We out. Peace.
Peace.
So,